Welcome back to Ni no Kuni episode something. I don't remember. It's hard for me to keep track of what episode we're at. Not to worry though, because that doesn't really matter. What really matters is that last time we got a new companion. We're like the doctor, collecting companions. Right, Jairo. So we got Jairo, and he has that little guy, and he can do a thing. Right, he can like pull treasure towards us. So that's gonna be really useful, I think. I forgot how to do it, but you know, I'll figure it out. It's just a matter of time, really. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We actually have a bunch of quests now that we can do here. Maybe I'll walk around first. Thought so you can use it as a reward for when I get better then. Yeah, maybe. That would be a good idea, right? お金なくなっちゃったわ。あれも欲しいのに。I'm out of money, even though I want that thing as well. Either なくなっちゃった could mean she's out of, or like it disappeared, like someone stole from her. I guess we'll find out more. 今年は素敵な新作水着がたくさんあって本当に嬉しいわ。So this year there's I love how the guy's just running like 安いよ安いよ which means it's cheap. 今年は素敵な新作水着がたくさんあって本当に嬉しいわ。This year there's so many nice new swimsuits. I'm really happy. いっぱい買い物してるんですね. You're buying a lot of stuff, aren't you? Wow, judging. Oliver comes right in with the judgment. Wait, sorry, I had to like scroll the chat. It was stuck. あれもいいわね. That one's good too. あれも買っちゃおうか. 買っちゃおっと. This is like 買っちゃおっと is like 買ってしまいましょうみたいな like 買ってしまおう. And like this おっと is like a slangy version of that. Like let's just buy that one too. Hello, Taco. How are you doing? Maybe she's just interested in commerce. Maybe, yeah. Clearly. She's interested in boosting the economy. おいおい、虫飼いな。買い物に夢中って感じやな。What, you're ignoring us? You're all like preoccupied with buying stuff, huh? You're all preoccupied with buying stuff. I'm doing well. How are you today? I'm actually doing really well too. Yeah, I was working on getting... I actually edited a video for an upload today. Because, so remember when we had the whole Eve turned his microphone around incident? Maybe Hay remembers because he was present at the time. When I spent like 45 minutes trying to figure out what to do with my microphone until I realized I just had to turn it around because it was flipped. Anyways, that episode of Ace Attorney was like split up into 2 parts because in my endless like ravings, I ended up like restarting my PC and everything, I think, so I had to enter recording. So anyways, I actually cut together those 2 parts today and I added like a little voiceover thing. So yeah, that's what I did today, and other than that, I think I did something else, but I forgot. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Like I learned a bunch of stuff with like video editing and voiceover as well. Cha getting thrown in the middle of words all the time. Yeah, so actually, not too confident at Zeus. Yeah, so actually we can talk about it. So to understand these like cha and ja, we need to understand teshimau, right? So these all come from teshimau. Okay, so we need to kind of understand teshimau to understand chao and ja. Or like cha, well, let's say chao and jiao. So chao and jiao, right? So to understand these, we need to understand teshimau. We were like, Ibu, it's okay, we can understand, move on. It was like, no, it must be perfect. Listen, I mean, if you spend $150 on a microphone, it's not like, oh, as long as it's good enough, right? Hi, Luigi, how are you doing? So let's look at teshimau first, right? So what does teshimau mean? If I say like tabete shimau, right? So make an example like tabete shimau, just tabete shimau can mean either. Is that an 80-20-20? No, it's an 80-20-35 actually. It's the 20-35. Tabete shimau can mean like to completely eat something or to accidentally eat something. Accidentally as in maybe you didn't quite intend. Like if there was a piece of cake and you're like, oh man, I love cake, but I don't want to eat it. And then you just still end up eating it. It's like, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, tabete shimatta. Like, I ate the cake, but I didn't really intend to actually do that. Doing good. I haven't learned this yet, so yay. There you go. That's very good. So it's like teshimau can have this sort of implication. It can also mean to do something like completely, to go like... Well, someone's excited about grammar. Oh, thanks for the bit, Pinch, and welcome. Can you hear that? I think it's actually surprisingly quiet probably on your end. There's a car outside, the car alarm going off. I just hope that it's master. Well, there you go. So teshimau can also mean that you do something like completely, right? Like to do it 100%, to go all the way through with it. So like for example, tabete shimau here could also mean like you ate like the whole freaking cake. It's all gone now. So that's like the implications of teshimau. Not to confuse things, but cha and ja can also be short for tewa. Yeah, that's true. Ja tewa katcha ikenai. That's true. Yeah, we should probably talk about that as well. So let's talk about chao and jiao first, and then we'll talk about where other places where cha and ja can also show up. Yeah. Okay. Well, why are there so many things that mean to do completely? Well, I guess it's like different gradients, I guess. They all are they're kind of distinct, but it's kind of hard to explain in translation. I think it's best to just sort of grasp the whole nuances of it as you read and listen to more Japanese. So you see like for shimau, you'll actually have a dictionary entry that also says godan verb transitive. So this is like when it's used by itself, okay? And then auxiliary is obviously when it's used with like te form, right? So to do completely, to finish, or to do accidentally, to do without meaning to, or to happen to do, basically. Actually, I feel like I see this a little bit more often, this one. Like this usage is kind of maybe a little more common. And then this one has also happened sometimes. So what happens with teshimau is basically that whenever you have teshimau, it can be shortened to either chao or jiao, depending on which one it is, right? So if you have a te, right? Let me just get rid of this as well. If you have a te shimau, it will actually end up being chao. And if you have a de shimau, it will actually end up being jiao, de shimau. So just to give you an example, right? Tabete shimau could be shortened to tabechau because it's te shimau, so it gets shortened to this. So you have, looks like this then. Tabechau. And this now conjugates, okay? It conjugates like an u verb basically. Or let's do like an u verb, okay? Like this conjugates now like a verb that ends in u, just like shimau also does, okay? Like shimau also just conjugates like a godan verb that ends in u. So this now too conjugates like that, which means that like you can, for example, change this to the mas form. So if you have a verb that ends in u, for it to be mas, you would have to replace this with an i and then add mas, right? Tabechaimasu. That works too, right? And all the other stuff. Now, the negative tabechawanai, this is not, you don't really see this, okay? Like this one is like, it's kind of like, you don't really see this. It's just teshimau and negative as an auxiliary isn't really used that much. Or at all, really. I don't really see it. But theoretically, it's a valid conjugation. Just in theory, like on a grammar level, it is. And then Pinch also says like, yeah, of course, so past tense, right? Like Pinch says here, past tense is also just a normal past tense for verbs. So just make a small tsu and ta. If you don't remember those patterns, then you can just look them up. These are the standard conjugation patterns for godan verbs. So that's chao and jiao for teshimau. And then like Himajin also mentioned, sometimes any like tewa or dewa can be shortened as well. Tewa gets shortened to cha. and dewa gets shortened to ja. Okay? So you see this in, for example, janai. Okay? So like, dewanai, dewanai is actually the same as janai, right? Janai. So this one you probably know. Janai you probably know, right? Like inu janai, it's not a dog, right? And then the other one, like Himajin also mentioned, the tewa you see in like tewa ikemasen. So for example, you must not do would be like yatte wa ikemasen, right? Yatte wa ikemasen, this can be shortened to yatcha. Tewa getting shortened to cha. So instead of yatte wa, you just have like yatcha. Yatcha ikemasen, yatcha ikenai, right? There you go. That's the basic gist of it. Oh, that was kind of clear. I use kanji tomo. By the way, hey Larry. I use kanji tomo to OCR scan Nino Kuni's in-game dialogue, but I can't scan the words accurately. Any good OCR software to recommend that works like Rikai in-game? I don't know of any. I think Google has a OCR API that you can use, but I don't know of any like pre-made software that works really well. To be honest, I never use OCR and I never have. I see the use of it, but I have never used it. But if you do want one like not OCR, but usually a thing that works and is like also pretty fast is going to Google Translate. And maybe I've shown you this before, but if you're in Japanese mode and you have any kanji, so let's say for example the kanji, like let's say we have this one here, right? Down here, kanji, right? And you want to look up this thing. What works pretty well as a quick and dirty method is just to scribble it into Google Translate. So you basically, and I'm doing this with my mouse on purpose right now, so you can see how well it works even with mouse. So basically you just do like that, You don't have to be super accurate with it, like that, right? And it's basically the first result. So I purposefully made it like not very accurate. You can also make mistakes with it. So let's try and like make a mistake. Let's put the square first and then the thing, right? This is clearly wrong, but already we can see that it found it just fine, right? It works pretty well. Try to just learn a lot of kanji so you don't have to use OCR. That's eventually obviously the goal. But then what I would recommend is you just copy paste. You go to a dictionary, you copy paste, and then just grab it in here and you can see everything. And then yeah, try and like learn each kanji as you go that way. You just go and like you check out, inspect kanji, like what is this kanji? Oh, emotion, okay. But what is it reading? Oh, it has a reading of kan. Okay, cool. So stroke order doesn't matter with that one. I had some trouble with the Jisho. Yeah, the Jisho one is really bad. I wouldn't recommend using the Jisho one. Stroke order doesn't matter much, no. So let's try something else. Of course you can reach its limits, right? But it is generally really good. So let's try and write it like reverse. Let's do the heart first and then the upper part. So that one, it's the second suggestion. So even though I made it like completely messed up, it was the second one. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's generally pretty good, to be honest. One that I like to demonstrate often is when you write like boku, right? Which you go like blah, 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 it's like completely messed up. It's completely wrong, right? And there, it's still right there. It was like completely wrong. So like I did like a tree thing instead, but you're supposed to do like this and then 1, 2, and then I think yeah like that, right? But yeah, anyways, but it works really well. It's supposed to be like the saku, I think. Anyways, there you go. It works pretty well. And then I would recommend you copy it into an actual dictionary. Don't use Google Translate as a dictionary because Google Translate is not a dictionary. It's not what it's trying to be. Yeah, boku is like ninben and gyo or whatever. Yasu kanji. Anyways, good one. We got him. Okay, but let's continue with the game actually. But not before I drink some coffee. Yeah. Oi, 虫かいな. So, you're ignoring us. 買い物に夢中って感じやな. Seems like she's all absorbed in shopping. そんなに買って大丈夫なんですか? さっきお金がなくなったって。So, is it really okay for you to buy this much stuff? Didn't you say that you were out of money just before? 買い物の邪魔しないでちょうだい? Could you not interfere with my shopping, please? In case you didn't know, ちょうだい is a little bit like ください, just that it's a bit more like, usually when it's used, it's like female speech, plus it's a little bit like condescending sometimes. Like, could you maybe not? Right? It's kind of like that. But essentially, ちょうだい itself works a lot like ください. Like, しないでちょうだい is a lot like しないでください. But yeah. Our stroke is... Oh yeah, there you go. I just also realized that the vertical stroke is longer than... Notice this. Yeah, so these are different, right? The one in... It's actually more like... It's more like saku. It's more like this, the one in saku, just like it has like an extra stroke. I don't even know. I mean, it's similar to B, right? It's this basically. Yeah, it's basically this, just that it has like the top part. Yeah, it's basically utsukushi or B, just that it has like the top part. Let me see. Yeah, just that it has one less. It has one less horizontal stroke as well. It's a bit of a weird one. It's like a weird middle thing. In boku, it's like it's not quite either one. But yeah, I think it shows up in some other kanji as well. But yeah, it's like neither here nor there. It's like a weird like mixture between like the saku one and the one from B. Anyways, what I wanted to show you is like chodai. Chodai has interesting kanji as well. Sometimes you will see this in kanji, so maybe it's good to recognize the kanji. This is itadaku, and this dai here you don't see that much. It's from, I think it means like, let me see what it means. It's not a very common kanji. This one is more common. It's itadaku. It's like itadakimasu, right? And then the other one is to be crowned with, to live under. Yeah, this one isn't that. And it also is itadaku. They're both itadaku. There you go. It's not that common. The other one is more common. So yeah, chodai. Please do for me. Familiar language, female language, usually in plain kana. Basically it. I've seen a kanji for kokoni. Yeah, kokoni. Sometimes you'll see it. It's like there's different versions of koko in kanji actually. So sometimes you'll see this one, and then sometimes you might see this one here can also mean kore. It's a bit of a weird one. These two are super rare. I barely ever see them. I think I've only seen them when people are like trying to be me on the internet. These two sometimes you see. Actually, I feel like more common would be like doko. Doko is usually like this one. Sometimes you do see it. Doko, like basically means like nani dokoro mitaina. So yeah, what place? Anyways, yeah, they all have like weird kanji for them. You don't really need to know that, any of that. There's no need. Ow! I hit my leg on some things. I got legged. 買い物の邪魔しないでちょうだい? Could you not interfere with my shopping? でも今じゃなくてもいいんじゃないですか? またお金貯まってからでも、But wouldn't it be okay even if you don't buy it right now? How about after you've saved up some more money, right? Note here how I feel like we're going really in depth over everything we're talking about today, but it's fine. This is game grammar after all, not game. We have 50% game, 50% grammar. またお金貯まってから, note the te kara, okay? Which means after. It's not ta kara, right? It's not past tense, it's te form. So te kara means after you've done it. So またお金貯まってからでも, how about you do it after you've saved up some more money? Basically. Are there a lot of words like koe and eiko, or to give slightly different terms, just koe, eiko for the first time today? There is some, but I know there are more, but right now I can't think of it. There are more like that. Not a lot though, but there's definitely more. I remember there being a few like that, but it's not really like crazy common. Ayafumi, こんばんは。うるさいわね。私は今すぐ欲しいの。お金が貯まるまでなんて待てないわ。 Okay. Shut up now, okay? I want it now. I can't wait until I have money again. Yeah, that's how it works. この姉ちゃん、我慢の心をなくした抜け殻人みたいやな。Sure, that's what I tell myself too if I buy stuff that I don't need. This lady, I think this lady is a hollow that has lost her heart of, restraint. あやふみさん、元気ですか？水着を、もっと水着を、more swimsuits. はい。社会 and 会社. Yeah, that's true. 社会 and 会社 are quite different in meaning. They're quite different. There's also some that when you switch them, they still kind of mean the same thing. But I forgot which one. But yeah, 社会 and 会社 is a good example of one where the meaning changes completely. すぐに買い物をやめさせないとね。We have to make Tokyo 暑い。だよな。Can never have enough swimsuits. True. Actually, not true, but still true. すぐに買い物をやめさせないとね。We have to stop her from buying stuff. よっしゃ。急いで我慢の心を渡すんや。Let's hurry and hand over to her a heart of restraint. Man, I thought we were gonna get on a boat, but there's still so much to do. 持っているかな？我慢の心。優しさ。持ってない。I don't have one. Kid, you're the one that wants the dagger, right? Yeah. So for this kid, we still need to actually synthesize a dagger. そのダガーを合成せねばなるまい。ここはね、意外と暑くない。その今週はまあまあその暑かったけど、まだ全然耐えられるくらいで。チョコ。Why does she want the dagger? She just wants to see one. She doesn't actually want it. She just wants to see us like synthesize a dagger. She's just like a synthesis otaku or something. I don't know. あなた、早くいい場所を探してきなさいよ。Okay. 全く使えないわね。Okay, so あなた here can refer to darling, like a term of endearment for your significant other or like husband often. What's restraint in Japanese? The regular form? Restraint. They call it gaman. So gaman. Gaman suru. So just patience, endurance, perseverance, tolerance, self-control, self-denial. 日本は湿度が高いから、I almost dropped my controller. 湿度が高いから余計に暑く感じる。そうよね。湿度が高いときはやけに暑く感じるよな。めんどくさい。ここは湿度あまり高くないから割と平気。とはいえ、その本当の暑さはこれからだね。8月とか、そうね、8月とか、その7月の終わりまでは、まあその 7月の終わりからその8月にわたって、その天気が本当に暑くなるかもしれません。クラムさん、Hello, how are you doing? いや、湿度70%. That's too much. That's too much. I would vote against that. So that's 我慢. Let's get the dictionary out of the way. あんた早くいい場所を探してきなさいよ。Like, darling, go look for a nice place already. 全く使えないわね。Man, you're so useless. おい、どうしたんだよ、急に。いくらなんでも言い方ってもんがあるだろ。So this is an interesting sentence. He's like, いくらなんでも言い方ってもんがあるだろ。So like, no matter the situation, basically, like, いくらなんでも is like, you know, no matter what's going on, but like, despite it all, 言い方ってもんがあるだろ。Like, there's a way to say things, right? 言い方 is the way you say something. So here he's like saying, like, no matter what situation, but like, there's a good way and a bad way to express yourself, you know? Like, you know, you gotta cut me some slack. Like, どうしたんだよ、急に. What's happened all of a sudden? Either, hey, shalom. Have you been watching too much of Nana's stream? 言い方. Yeah, 言い方, a good person. 言い方. Good way. Could also be a person. いい人. うるさいわね. 私にはダメ亭主と喋ってる暇なんてないよ。OK。ダメ亭主と喋っている暇なんてないの。バレたね。バレたね。Yes, well, there you go. I know all. そう、うるさいわね。Shut up already. 私にはダメ亭主と喋っている暇なんてないの。I don't have any free time to talk to this useless, and I think 亭主? What's 亭主 in this case? Eve knows everything, yes. Except, 何でもはしてないよ。していることだけ。I've always wanted to say that. 亭主。household head, master, host, husband. Oh, ダメ亭主. Okay, this useless husband, basically. So she's saying, like, I don't have the free time to listen to this useless husband here. To you, basically. Interesting, 亭主. See, I didn't know that one. これは、知らないことの一つ。でした。今は知っている。If you ever done something like game list from easy to hard, play, understand, I can play Animal Crossing, I want to try something harder, have you try Ace Attorney, but it's a little too much. I don't really have something like that. To be honest, I haven't really played that many games in Japanese. I mostly learn Japanese to like read other stuff. Like I read quite a bunch of manga and light novel stuff, but not that many games. Like I've only really gotten into playing games in Japanese while doing this YouTube channel or Twitch channel. So yeah, it's the opposite of Kanai, maybe. This one at least has master in it, right? So it's still not as mean. Husband. Yeah, it's a bit old school. It's probably on the same level of old schoolness as Kanai, I guess. So like I don't really have a list. I would say Ni no Kuni is probably, I don't know, it's hard to say. I would say Ni no Kuni is probably a bit easier maybe than Ace Attorney, but still harder. Maybe after you've played Animal Crossing, you could try Undertale. Undertale seems to be sort of in that area of not too hard, but also maybe a bit more difficult than something like Animal Crossing. Though it depends, like, yeah. 亭主関白関白って言葉がある。What's that one? 亭主関白 Domineering husband, hectoring husband who rules the roost. Wow. Well, that's quite amazing.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. Oh, by the way, I have some new sound effects. Specifically, I made this one. So if ever, this is also like a point reward, by the way. If someone wants to try it out, it's the I think it's the motivation. What did I call it? It's 2000. It's boost everyone's motivation. There. Yeah. So, wait, will it actually show up here or do I have to see it over here? I don't even know. No, it's there. Yeah, there. Boost everyone's motivation. See, and then if someone does that, I'll just play this.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだそこで。もう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメ諦めたら。周りのこと思えよ。応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ。しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ。Never give up.
Never give up this. Okay, now we're motivated for at least the next hour. 修造です。はい。修造さん。松岡修造. And play in Japanese. Yeah, I mean, I played Undertale for Game Grammar as well. If you want to check it out, it's on the YouTube channel. I feel the power of welling up inside me. Yes. That's the power of Matsuoka Shuzo. Oh, I also have another one. I have this one now. Is it working or is it not working? I feel like I just broke it. Oh no. Oh no. Did I break it? Did I break things? Wait, let me see if I can unbreak things. Oh no, now it works.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! This is a good one. Oh my god! All right. Well, that's the main part for now. I feel like I lost track of what we were doing. What is this from? It's from Azumanga Daioh. うるさいわね。私にはダメ亭主と喋ってる暇なんてないの。Shut up. I don't have the free time to talk to this stupid husband, you. That voice actor from Hellsing and Kokios. I think it's Wakamoto Norio. I think, right? Yeah, pretty sure. He has done a bunch of stuff. いくらなんでも言い過ぎじゃ, don't you think that, again, いくらなんでも is this expression of, like, whatever it may be. Is that, would it be like, I know it's like, jobo or something, or? Nyobo, right, nyobo, I forgot, but yeah, nyobo. Nyobo. Okay, it's actually atamadaka, okay. So it would be like, nyobo. Nyobo, okay. Yeah, wife, nyobo. So apparently teishu and nyobo are kind of on the same level. Both of them aren't really used that much anymore. Archaic. So today you just say like tsuma. Today you would say like otto and tsuma basically, usually, or other things, but not like these ones. These are kind of old-fashioned. いくらなんでも言い過ぎじゃ, don't you think you're going a bit far with everything? Right, sorry, I was like seeing if I missed some chat, but I didn't. ほんまやで? そないに口の汚い姉ちゃんやなかったのに. So, okay, right, for real, yeah. そないに口の汚い姉ちゃんやなかったのに. So I think そないに means そんなに, right? そんなに. So even though you used to not be like, even though like 口の汚い means like dirty mouth. So like, you know, someone who, how to say, someone who says a lot of vulgar stuff, right? Or is like pretty vulgar stuff like that. Like even though you didn't used to be such a dirty mouth, right? What's the difference between tsuma and kanai? 口汚い. Yeah, 口汚い is like have a bad mouth, have a dirty mouth. The difference is that like kanai is pretty archaic and it could be considered offensive in modern contexts. So tsuma is just the more modern term for just wife. It's like my wife, tsuma, or anyone's wife would be tsuma. Whereas kanai is a bit archaic. It's like how should I say? Politically correct. How should I say? Like, it's like actually calling your own wife like wife. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine a guy sitting in the living room being like, wife, come here, like that maybe. But yeah, foul mouth is pretty good. I was sitting and listening to this couple domestic like, oh, I didn't know it was borderline offensive. It's just old-fashioned. It's just not really used anymore because kanai literally means like inside the house. So it has quite a few, like, it has some connotations to it, right? Kanai anzen. Yeah, that one I think is still used. Maybe? I don't even know. I feel like I've seen that one before. Safety, well-being of the family, peace and prosperity of the household. Kanai anzen. I feel like that one is still used though. Gehin, I mean, brought up the second result. Gehin na gurai, dashi no umai ramen ya. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Kuchi gitanai. Oddly specific. Yeah, indeed. Foul mouth, abusive. Good, let's add that. Pam 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 pam. 君たちには関係ないでしょ? これは夫婦の問題よ. Doesn't have anything to do with you guys, does it? This is a problem between the two of us, between the couple. Foul mouthed, yeah. 夫婦 means like husband and wife. So this is a problem between us two, basically, between the couple that we are. そうかもしれないけど、一体何があったんだよ? I mean, that might be true, but I mean, what the hell happened? あ、そういうことか。この姉ちゃん、抜け殻人になっとるな。になっとるな。Oh, I see. This lady here is actually a hollow, I think. Like she's lost her heart. Everyone, that's the one problem. It's like, this is the decision tree for quests in Ni no Kuni, okay? It's like, person has problem. Okay, this is the quest, okay? Problem. Solution is like, give give some kokoro, basically. Like, it's just any kokoro is like, that's always the solution. Give some kokoro, doesn't even matter. And then after that, done. This is the quest line of Ni no Kuni, is like, oh, this person is in trouble. Oh, they're a nukegarabito. Oh, we give her a heart. Oh, we're done. Time for magic spirit surgery. Exactly. Not that listen, this is a cool game. I really enjoy it. But I feel like it's often you walk through town, it's like, oh, another one of them nukegarabito, I guess. Wow, enjoy your magic. Yeah. Here, enjoy your magic. The first one's free. The first one's free. Don't know how I can keep forgetting how to pronounce nu. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like learn a word that uses it. Like yeah, like learn like, you know, a word that uses it, like noodle, which means nude. There you go. Hey Wasef, how you doing? How you doing? I think we're about to go to your personal hell, as far as I've understood it. Hey lady, want some magic? Do you believe in magic? Ah, 角度ピアノですか? はい、そのダイヤの後でします。お約束と言ったりするね。Yeah, お約束. So what Clam mentions here, お約束 can mean like a thing that always happens, like a cliche or like a pattern, like まあお約束のパターンみたいな. Yeah, it's like a thing, it's like the set pattern. お約束. We'll play piano in a bit. I'll finish this dialogue. Something, yeah, there. Something expected or predictable, a running gag, a typical cliche development. Something considered obligatory and guaranteed in a certain situation. See? That one. Pretty cool, actually. 力及ばず? Do you have any magic that performed an experiment? Sasu, so it makes sense. I mean, Sasu. I don't think too much about Sasu. What confuses you about Sasu? Usually, that one, Sasu, isn't it? Is it for, like... I think it's the one that's used with, like, umbrellas or something? I've nailed Clam Sensei on it, but it's still hard. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought too much about Sasu, I guess. Sasu has a bunch of meanings, but it depends on which one you use, I guess, right? You have like Sasu. I'm sorry for the person who requested piano. We'll do it, Sasu, but we'll get to it. But I just want to finish up things. Felt as an emotion. Kiga Sasu. Mostly for umbrella, yeah. Yeah, this one's umbrella, and then you have a bunch of others. Sasu can also be like to point out. Sasu here means to wear a sword, another one spelled. Combined verb with sasu. Oh, sashiireru mitaina. Sashiageru. Ah, sashidasu. Okay. All of the verbs, like, they're perfectly fine on their own. Yeah, that's a good point. Sashiageru. Sashidasu. You mean like the difference between, like, what's the difference between ageru and sashiageru? I feel like sashiageru maybe is more like you present something to someone or something. It's a good question, actually. I'd have to like think about it, to be honest. I don't really get how it changes the meaning. Yeah, that's a good question. I think we should like investigate this. Maybe I'll actually look into it and then hopefully post on it on the Discord or something. It's a good question. I don't really know. There's more of a personal, direct note to it. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that, right? It's like more sashiagemasu. I feel like when someone says like sashiagemasu, it's like I imagine them being right there. It's like really like this interaction between two people. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, that. Kenjogo. It looks like, well, yeah, also like sashiagemasu can be kenjogo as well. That's another thing. But like it feels, yeah, it's true, like up to pretty sure it's more polite too. Like sashiagemasu can be kenjogo, so it's just more polite in that regard. Remember, it's basically more detailed action. Sashidasu is not kenjogo though. That one's just sashidasu. I just imagine someone like taking out and presenting something to someone else, instead of just dasu. Dasu just taking it out, but like the sashidasu has this like, there you go kind of thing. But it's hard to explain really. So nano? Is that right? Ah, machigai. What's that? Machigai nai. 完全に優しさの心をなくしとる. I have that one. She has lost her heart of kindness. このままやったらこの兄ちゃんがかわいそうすぎる。かわいそうすぎるで. So if we keep going like that, I feel bad for this guy. Okay, talking about feeling bad for people. You can feel bad for me or you can't, I don't know. Wait, let me actually reset this guy. Bam. Okay. Switchy! Switch on! It's piano time, ladies and gents. I don't actually know what to play. Wow. What should we play? Combined verbs basically more... Yeah, I already read that. This one goes out to you, Kakudo. I appreciate your request. Let's see what we're gonna do, okay? Is there a thing I haven't played? Oh, I haven't actually played Let It Be for quite a while now. So why don't we play that, right? Okay. Wait, that's Okay. Okay, let me start over because I need to like remind myself how the song went. So. Fingers, please just play the song for me, will you? Damn it, wait. happens when you don't play a song for a while. Ulapalu, yes. Hello, I'm back. Good luck, Eve. This is where it is going your way. Do you have the Goro Goros as well? Wait, what are we talking about? I missed chat. Chat. So much chat. Okay. Combined verbs. Ooh, we were gonna get cancelled again. True. For those of you that don't know, I actually got a copyright strike last time for playing the song. And it wasn't recognized. It wasn't recognized as the original song by the Beatles. It was recognized as a cover by some like Latino band or something like that. And then I got like a strike. I was like, you're using copyrighted material from that band. Yeah, only on YouTube though. But it was fine. I just didn't monetize the video and it was fine. いつ聞いてもなんとなく泣いちゃう. Aw. This always reminds me of the Sesame Street version, Letter B. Letter B, I don't even know that one. It's storming here. Good luck if this weather is going your way. Maybe we'll actually still learn about it. Hey, Ai, how are you doing? Goro goro. Goro goro. Guru guru guru. Guru guru guru. Yes, E versus Latin America. I'm gonna sue. I will sue. No, actually, I think it's a bit weird. I don't know. Copyright is complicated. No one understands. No one understands. Not even copyright understands itself, to be honest. We all know how it is. How are you doing, Ai? How's your study going? I feel like we haven't talked about like how your Japanese is going. You like give me the updates. What's happening? We should talk. Talk more often. I'm curious actually. He is too good, ladies and gentlemen, too good. Well, this time wasn't as good, so maybe we won't get recognized. There was more mistakes. That's what happens when you don't play a song for a while. Oh right, I forgot about the sound. There we go. We have sound again. よう言ってた、よう言ったで、オリバー。早速優しさの心が、探しや。So let's go look for, like, well said, Oliver. Let's go look for that heart of kindness. Well, it just happens. It so happens that I already have it. Heart of cure. I already have 優しさ. That's the one I already had. I don't have much, but that one I do. I don't have much, but I have a heart for you. なんだか不思議だわ。だんだん心が澄み切っていくみたい。This is kind of strange. It's like talking about combined verbs, eh? It's like my heart is somehow completely at ease now. Like だんだん澄み切って。澄み切る. I guess it would be like to just settle down, just calm down, be at ease. 澄み切る. I wonder if it will be in the dictionary. It is nice. Yeah, to be perfectly clear, to clear up. So, like it's like my heart is clearing up, you know? Like my heart is just having a detox. 澄み切っている。澄み切っていくみたい. Let's actually talk about this. Why not, okay? Everyone, lean back, okay? We're gonna talk about this grammar. Why does she say 澄み切っていくみたい? Like, what is all this? Why is there いく? Why is there みたい, right? Like, what are these doing here? Oh, this is great. Yes. Grammargasm. I should have like a grammargasm emote, eh? Sumikiru, we found out, means to be calm, right? To clear up. Means to clear up. Sumikiru. But why is it te iku and then mitai, okay? Oh, mime type. Thank you for following. Follow arigatou gozaimasu. Yokoso. So basically, sumikiru is just to be clear. And then iku. We've talked about te iku and te kuru before. So imagine this is you, okay? You're just chilling. This is you. And we've talked about how any action that goes away from you can be described with teiku, right? Or like any action that is like progressing towards, right? Can be like, and either it means go away in distance or in time, okay? So this is like distance or time. So basically, moving this way in time just means like toward the future, okay? So iku for time would be like toward the future. So it starts now and then it like moves to the future. And then the other direction, which can be like toward you, would be tekuru, okay? Tekuru. So that can mean either in distance, like it comes towards you physically, or in time, which means it started in the past and it's making its way towards you. Okay, so to explain this here, ていく because だんだん心が澄み切っていく。 So basically, she's saying that it started now and it's moving towards the future. Also with this dandan, which is an adverb that means like gradually, right? So gradually, from now on, it's like my heart is clearing up. It's this action that has started now and it's moving towards the future. And then mitai here just means for it is like, okay? It seems like, it appears to me, it feels like. All of that stuff can be mitai. Mitai is just like an extra word here, an extra auxiliary that we use to express like, oh, it feels like, it is like, it seems like. Does that make sense? So there you go. That's why we have all this stuff, all this extra stuff. That's why we don't just say sumikiru. We say all of this because it's more poetic, I guess. あんたごめんなさい。私どうかしてたわ。あんなひどいこと言うなんて。Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. Something was wrong with me to say such horrible things to you. いや、いいんだ。こうして元に戻ってくれたんだからな。It's okay. I mean, you were able to get back to your old self with this. ありがとう。君らに助けられたな。これは礼だ。受け取ってくれ。Thank you so much. Bobby Ryosuke, or should I says Barbie, Bobbery, wait, Baba Ryosuke. Ah, there you go. I'm bad at reading names, but hello. Yes, I struggle a lot with names. Baba Ryosuke, hello. Konnichiwa. I always struggle with like where do I make the break? Arigato. So, 受け取って please take this. Hey Hotame, how are you doing? 200 gold, hell yeah. Plop plop plop. Oh, that's not what I wanted. 元気してるかい? はい、元気してます。日本語も英語も上手です。ありがとうございます。でもまだまだ。せめて日本語はまだまだなんていうか知らないことが山ほどあります。Okay, wait. This girl needs 何でしたっけ？我慢の心 right? Yeah. This one wants to see a dagger. You want to see my dagger? Don't take that in a weird way. A little satisfied that I had 10,000. I'm hunting for more. 10,000 what? You hit 10,000. Clipped. Wow. Wow. Words. There you go. Good job. Otsukare. Tango. Ah, man. Well, I didn't clip it. Someone else has to. Listen. The clipsters. They're out there. They're out there waiting to get ya. Oh. Look at that. Dandan kokoro. Like the song from Dragon Ball GT. Maybe. Dandan just means gradually. More and more. Hey Sylvie, how are you doing? Dandan hayaku naru, dandan tanoshiku naru, dandan hayaku naru, dandan tanoshiku naru. Itaku nanka nai mon ne. Doesn't hurt at all. I'm fine, and you? I'm doing great. どうしたの? What happened to you? さっきここで転んで膝をすりむいたんだ。でも全然痛くないもん。平気だよ。Earlier I tripped over here and I scraped my knee, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm fine. Saw some big storms over your places. Yeah, earlier it was pretty windy, but honestly right now it's fine. It's actually sunny outside. I don't know. Maybe it's still coming. 話題に意見あげてもらえませんか? What? What? I don't know what that means. 話題に意見あげてもらえませんか? Could I give you my opinion about the conversation? I'm not sure what you were trying to say. What topic? What is the wadai right now? I thought we were talking about storms. Should I talk about storms? I don't like storms. I mean, they can be kind of annoying. If that's what you mean. I doubt that's what you mean. I'm just a bit confused. Let's actually look up surimuku, because it's a good one. Surimuita. Surimuku. Storms and go. When do you think I should study grammar? Is this question... I'm so sorry, Hotame. Sometimes it's really hard to figure out how your brain works. Because now I'm trying to think, is the question, when do you think I should study grammar? And 話題に意見をあげてもらえませんか? Are these two connected? Because then I think what you're trying to say was not what you ended up saying. Because 話題に意見をあげてもらえませんか? Also, I would say like 聞いてもらえませんか? Yeah, but you can't say 話題 first and then say what it is. Like, it's like, could you... That's like asking, could I have your opinion about the topic? And then the other person's like, what topic? And then you say like grammar. It's like, even in English, that's a confusing conversation. You have to say what you want to talk about first and then ask about it. You know what I mean? Like, both, even in English, this is a confusing way of asking something, if you understand what I mean, right? Like, you wouldn't just say like, oh, could you tell me about that? And then the other person's like, about what? Like, about grammar. It's like, why don't you need to tell me first? You need to like give me that information first. Anyways, yeah. That has nothing to do with Japanese, but that's just a general, like, you can't ask about something if you haven't told me what it is yet. I think you should start learning grammar soon. I mean, I would advocate to learn grammar right from the start. I mean, I know you've been focusing a lot on vocab, which is fine. Vocab is good. But, yeah, true. It's assumed. It's implied. It's like when you don't say watashi wa. I think grammar should be learned really early, to be honest. Like, I would do it like the first week of studying, I would already learn some grammar. I mean, I have a series where I talk about grammar. I think grammar is pretty important so that you can even understand what you're reading. For me, I think this is probably a bit individual, but for me, I really like reading stuff. So when I was learning Japanese, I was like, well, I need to learn grammar so I can read stuff, so I can understand what's going on. Like, grammar is the way you start understanding sentences for the most part. So I learned it I was starting with it really early. I think there's nothing really wrong with learning the basics of grammar like really early. So my answer to that is like, yeah, start as soon as you feel like it, to be honest. I mean, if you've done like 10,000 words of vocab, to be honest, most people by the time they know like 10,000 words of vocab probably have already like learned most of the grammar from like N5 all the way to N1, to be honest. Because once you have 10,000 words of vocab, theoretically you should be able to pass N1. Theoretically, it's just that not knowing any grammar at this point would be like kind of weird. But yeah, should give vocab a rest. So for now. Well, 10,000 is generally what people say is like fluency, right? If you have 10,000 words of vocab, you should be considered like fluent. But the problem is if you don't know any grammar, that's kind of bad at that point. To learn grammar to remember the vocab. Probably 10,000 is enough. Yeah, I mean, if you know 10,000 words, if you know them well, you probably know more words than me. Right? Like, you should be better at Japanese than me, basically. Right? So, but if you feel like you're not, then I would definitely recommend you learn some grammar, some structure, so you can actually understand what those words are doing in every sentence you read, you know? And like, vocab is a thing, like, you can focus on vocab if you want to, but it'll come naturally. Because if you keep reading and listening and, like, whatever, like, engage with Japanese, you'll learn vocab automatically. I wanted to show you surimuku. Surimuku means to skin one's knee, to graze, to scratch. It's pretty common. So there you go. Ni no kuni. Well, I didn't study only 10,000, studied like 3,000 of them only. Oh, you mean you hit like 10,000 words in your list. Okay, well there you go. You can't understand the nuances without grammar. Well, you can't understand anything without grammar. Even implicit grammar knowledge is required to understand anything. Like even, there's no goi wa. その53万ですか53万 530,000 wow not bad that's pretty good さすがクラム先生確かにね that's like all the words literally even if you learn like intuitively like if you've just absorbed the grammar via intuition that's still like kind of understanding the structure. At least in my opinion, I guess you can argue about what that is, like if intuitive understanding is also grammar understanding. Either way, grammar is what makes the language kind of work, so if you don't understand any of it, then you'll never understand any of the language. It's a reference to Dragon Ball. Oh really? It's not like 8,000以上じゃなくて、その5,000 53万以上。それはいくらなんでもやりすぎですよ。That's a good usage of いくらなんでも。おいおい、おいおい、全然大丈夫やなさそうやないか。Do you think that Japanese is difficult? No, I think Japanese grammar is much easier than English grammar, actually. I think Japanese grammar is is pretty much the easiest grammar system that I've encountered yet, to be honest. It seems pretty trivial. I think it's normal, at least compared to Arabic. No, I don't know. I think Japanese grammar is easier than English and easier than German and easier than, yeah, millions of vocab. Chinese is easy. I heard Japanese grammar is super logical. Totally agree with that. Yeah, I feel like Japanese grammar is not too bad. I don't think I mean, I'm pretty sure that English has some of the largest vocab out there, doesn't it? Doesn't English have like almost 1 million words that are recognized or something? Or is it like hundreds of thousands? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think vocab is such an issue. Like when you say Arabic has millions of vocab, like vocab is generally not an issue. Like you can just learn it. Like you need so many words. Yoshitamae. I saw a funny word yesterday. That's like 2 words. English borrows from other languages so extensively. Yeah. English grammar and words have too many exceptions. Too hard. Too difficult. Too difficult. English is cancelled, everyone. Okay, sorry. It's up to you. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, I've literally made a playlist about this. Hotame, if you want to learn like the basic grammar, we literally have like the Japanese 101 that I do on Wednesday, right? Where it's all about grammar. I don't even talk about any games at all. It's just grammar. So, you know, maybe check that out. If I was an English native, there's no way I'd ever be able to learn it. I think it depends. It's like there was no way that I wouldn't learn English the way my life worked out, to be honest. I can guarantee it. Kind of, I'm not gonna lie. English has its tricky parts. I wouldn't want to learn English now, to be honest. I'm glad I speak it already. Kind of. I'm doing okay. English is cancelled. Yay! So, now someone's gonna use like Eigo Kinshi or something. Or you reckon saying English is trash. I think English is fine, but it's just difficult. It's nearly torture for Japanese. Yeah, I think there's a lot. The problem I feel like going from Japanese to English is more difficult than going from English to Japanese. But yeah, but I'm struggling to learn English. Well, if you think about it, right? Let's I think this is a really interesting topic, so excuse me going on a tangent. But if you think about it, if you want to go from English, let's look at it, right? Let's go English to Japanese, JPN. What are the difficulties? So difficulties would be kanji, right? Kanji. Kanji is difficult. Maybe like phonology a little bit. Phonology. So like how things are pronounced is a little different, but this is only like a little bit. Like, yeah, a little. A little. So this is a little difficult, but you can get used to it. Like English phonology is already pretty varied, so you're pretty used to making weird sounds already, so you can probably figure it out. Like this is not such a big deal. With a bit of practice, you should be able to get there. Okay? What else is difficult? Probably the grammar is difficult because it's like grammar, but only because it's different, right? Because it's different. Because it's different, okay? Like, that's basically because it's difficult. Like, it's difficult because it's different. But once you get used to it, it shouldn't be that much of a big deal. I don't think. I wish I could remember how I just happened to pick up English so I can apply that to Japanese. I think it has mostly to do with the need to do it, you know? Like, if you compare the need to learn English that probably you and me had when we were in our early teens, I would assume, right? At least for me, I was like 13, 14 years old. I really wanted to know English because I was like watching a lot of YouTube videos. I was like, I need to understand what these people are saying. It's really important. It was like the most important thing. So, you know, I forgot our weird sounds. Yeah, English has some weird sounds. You will make a lot of mistakes in English without it becoming incomprehensible. The only pro will give it. You can make a lot of mistakes in any language, and it's still comprehensible to a degree, right? Like, I don't think. Maybe Japanese, since it's less phonetically varied, you have to be more precise. I'm not sure. That would be an interesting thing to really investigate. Grammar is difficult, but we have game grammar. Yes, indeed. So yeah, this is like the difficulties from going to English to Japanese is basically like, oh, there's kanji. That's really difficult. Kanji. Kanji. Okay, that's the one. That's the big one. The kanji is everyone's scared of kanji. Okay. But that's like, you know, once you get over it, it's like, okay, I've gotten over it. I'm not scared of kanji anymore. Look at me. And phonology is difficult because a lot of people aren't aware of how to adjust their speech if they haven't learned another language, okay? So if you've already learned another language, like if you're a native English speaker who's already learned something like French or German or whatever, you're probably used to having to learn new sounds, and it will not feel as difficult, or at least you'll be comfortable with the process of trying to adjust to new sounds. If you've never learned a language, that is a very weird thing to have to do, I think. It's kind of hard for me to really say. It's not difficult, but it is very difficult to recognize the relationship and atmosphere of Japanese people. Japanese expression of opinion are really different from ours. Yeah, it's culturally very different, but you get used to it, I think. The base structure of it. I've had enough confessions from Japanese natives admitting they sometimes can't read everything in a game and be okay kanji now. Yeah, so like, you know, without kanji nothing makes sense. That's also true. Kanji isn't more difficult than learning vocab in any other unrelated language. I completely agree with you, Pinch. Kanji is difficult for the first 100, and after that you kind of realize like, oh, it's just like learning vocab, like in any other language. Like when you learn French, it's not like just because you can read the letters it makes sense to you, right? It's like you still have to learn all the words anyways. It's not that different. It's a bit different the way it works, but the way you learn it isn't really all that different compared to any other language, right? It's just an effort. It's a learning effort. That's all it is. Okay, so these are like the things going from English to Japanese. But now let's flip this on its head, right? Let's see what happens when we go from Japanese to English. So what is the problem when going from Japanese to English? Is that the grammar of English, okay, is not only different, but it has lots of concepts that just really, really don't make sense in Japanese, right? Grammar, like think about like plurals, plural. Think about conjugation by person, he, she, it, they, right? By person. All of this doesn't exist in Japanese. It doesn't even make sense from a Japanese only speaker. Something like a plural or a conjugation by person doesn't even make much sense. Like all the tenses, right? The tenses, some of them just plain don't exist in Japanese. It's like really hard to conceive. Hey Nana, how are you doing? Like Nana method of just learning vocab with kanji at the beginning. Yeah, I think that's a good, I think I would always like at least expose myself to kanji right from the start. Just know that they're there, like not ignore them, not pretend like they don't exist. I don't know about that. It's easier for me to remember a word in kana than a complex kanji when I first see it. I think that's it. I think it changes with time because there's only so many kanji. When we're referring English, we have quotation particles. Yeah, like quotation is way different. I don't separate kanji from the word in the beginning. There's something to say that kanji is harder than strictly vocab. I think kanji is harder than strictly vocab up to a point. Once you know about 1,000, 1,500 kanji, you'll just see the same ones over and over and over again, right? You'll be like, oh, new word, old kanji. Like once you know the kanji, it's not a problem anymore. You're like, oh, this is how you combine those kanji to make this new word cool. And it will actually make learning new words even easier. Not just in the beginning. I mean, not just in the beginning. Okay, but then maybe my experience is different from yours. For me, it has definitely been at a point. It has made learning new words easier rather than harder. I mean, because once you know the kanji, you just know the kanji. When you know most of the kanji, yeah. But the hard part is learning first time you see it. Yeah, that's true. But you know, you will get there eventually. Strict punctuation rules. Yeah, punctuation is another thing, right? You have like the punctuation in English is way different. And I would argue, okay, punctuation. I would argue, now this is, of course, it's kind of hard for me to back this up, but I would argue that going from Japanese to English, all these rules here in grammar become more complicated than they were, okay? Like it's added complexity. In my opinion, right? Compared to relative simplicity in Japanese, like not having a plural, not having to conjugate by person, not having to worry that much about all the complicated verb tenses, not having to worry too much about punctuation. I would argue that all of these things get more complicated as you move into English from Japanese, okay? So that's one thing. Why is English difficult for Japanese speakers? That's just grammar though. Number two, okay? Number two, English has tons and tons and tons of sounds that don't exist in Japanese. So, phonology. English, okay? English has like twice the sounds. English has like twice or more. English has like 2 times the vowels of Japanese, at least. Okay? English has like 2 times as many vowels. And I think it has at least like, it must have at least like 1.5 as many consonants. Then, so like more vowels. English R is notoriously difficult. It's like objectively difficult, okay? Like linguists agree that R English is objectively a difficult sound to make. Even children that grow up in as native English speakers will usually learn the English R sound last, when some of them can't even say it at all and have to like be trained to actually say it. So everyone through my 2K or Anki Dep half, but it's already easier to recognize. The parts is still slightly harder learning new vocab, but at least the pieces are more recognizable now. Nice. Thanks for the follow, Filthgorger. Thank you. Follow arigatou gozaimasu. I agree 100%. Sometimes I feel like they have no punctuation rules in Japanese. I don't get it. There really aren't many. For example, there's no comma rules, right? Japanese does not have comma rules because this comma, right, or like comma, this comma, right, this is not a punctuation that is native to Japan. This was brought over later. Classical Japanese didn't have commas. Doesn't exist. You don't have commas. That's why Japanese comma is random. You can just put it wherever you want. It's basically just a little pause. Yes, you can't write English phonology in hiragana. That's another one. 絶望的に母音が足りない。そうね。母音が足りない。You have not enough vowels. It's the same language coming from Japan. It's a mess of a language. Yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah, not to mention spelling, right? English spelling. Ooh. Spelling. English spelling is difficult even for English speakers, okay? So, there you go. These are, in my opinion, these are my personal opinions about why it's so difficult for especially monolingual Japanese speakers to learn English. And this would, by the way, this would similarly apply to most Latin and Germanic and Slavic and basically every European language as well, okay? Like most of the stuff that I mentioned here probably applies to most European languages coming from Japanese. I feel like maybe you're just a little bit... It's like super hard to make objective statements about this stuff, but I would argue that coming from a language like Japanese, you have a lot of simplicity there for grammatical structure, for like how the writing system is almost phonetic to a point when you know like there's not that much problems with spelling except for the kanji. You don't really have difficult conjugations much. The grammar system is pretty consistent. You don't really have to worry about like punctuation stuff as much. No cases. The particles are actually pretty reasonable, I think. You know, particles make sense for the most part. If you figure them out, they can be really good markers to help you understand grammar. So yeah, I would argue coming from like an Asian language, coming from Japanese to try and learn a European language is probably harder than coming from a European language trying to learn Japanese. Even though, of course, coming from a European language to learn Japanese is still harder than trying to learn another European language, okay? So yeah, those are my 2 cents about why Japanese people struggle to learn English just on a level of the languages themselves. Of course, a big part is also exposure, okay? Like just mere exposure and the need to know, the need to learn are way different in Japan, okay? Like, you have way less exposure to English as a child, especially, and the need to learn it is way lower, okay? And I don't mean the need to learn it because you have classes and exams, because let's not kid ourselves. When's the last time you met a, like, 12-year-old or a 14-year-old that, like, actually cared about the exams that they had? They just need to pass the exams, okay? But it's not about, like, really caring or anything like that. So that's the other huge aspect that we can't neglect, is that just mere exposure and the need to learn is like way lower than it would be in Europe or in America. But in America you already speak English, so it doesn't really matter. Phew, okay, hey Axe, sorry, I sort of took ages to say hello. Possibly we have trouble learning other languages. Yeah, maybe. And also I think there is something to be said about if you have learned a language. If you have acquired a second language before you're like 20 years old, you'll probably struggle less to acquire a third, right? Even later in life. if you have not acquired even a second language until you're like 20 years old, I think it will be a bit more of a struggle. Just like the basic stuff, like training to make new sounds, will feel really uncomfortable, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say. I learned English quite early, so it's kind of hard to say. But I also didn't learn it as a kid. I learned it when I was late. I was in my teens. It's like I wasn't preteen. I wasn't like 5 or whatever when I learned English. I learned English when I was like 12 or 13, 14 years old. So I learned it somewhere in the middle. It wasn't like super early, but it also wasn't late at all. It was before I was 20 for sure. So yeah, it's like this middle area, I guess. Silent letters. Yeah, well, there you go. Isn't there a thing about how every single vowel, or no, wasn't it every single letter in the English alphabet can be silent? Yeah. But English is difficult. I've been continuously learning English for more than 20 years and still remain in this level. It's difficult. Yeah, it's effort. There's meta skills about how to guide your learning and get comfortable with oddities, and usually don't develop into a second language. It'd be more difficult for Japanese to pronounce than English grammar. What? I think it will be more difficult for Japanese to pronounce than English grammar. There is still a lot of English pronunciation that is not Japanese, so I'm reluctant to talk. Ah, yeah. Etha! Hello. Q. Yeah, Q is a great word. Etha, 9 months! That's a Twitch baby. 9 months. I thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh. Ah, yes. Can you imagine? 9 months? Isn't that crazy? It's a Twitch baby! Yes. Twitch baby. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think pronunciation is really, really difficult. It's really appreciating giving your own opinion. You're funny enough. It seems my way of learning was kind of bad. I guess it went just well. It's hard to say like a way of learning is bad. I mean, how long have you been? You haven't been learning for that long. I feel like, you know, what you did is pretty good. Like learning the vocab. It's mostly a matter of what you want to do. I think you can't really evaluate the way you learn simply based on what you're doing, but you have to evaluate also based on what your goal is. Like, what do you even want to achieve? Like, what are your milestones? It's like, by the time, like, by the end of the year, I want to do this. And then, you know, like, you can actually make statements about how well you did. But if you're like, okay, so for me, right? For me, it was like, when I started learning Japanese, it was like, I want to read manga as soon as possible. So what did I do? I learned some grammar. I learned basic vocab. I like, looked up everything I could on the internet for a few months, and then I bought manga, and then I sat down and I was trying to read manga, and that was good because that's what I wanted to do. So as a rule of thumb, doing the things that you want to do will probably make you better at those things, okay? Right? Q, or even Q is way better to spell Q. Yeah, it's also shorter. So like if you want to read manga, you should probably try and read manga, and like that will make you better at that, you know? Or if you want to play games, you should probably try and play games, and then you'll get better at that. It's like, you know, and then you can break it down further into the big categories, right? You can say like, do you want to get better at reading, or do you want to get better at listening first, right? And you're like, okay, I want to get better at listening first, so maybe focus more on that. How long after you started studying did you start reading manga? Only a few months. It was like 3 or 4 months. I literally bought physical manga. I bought Magi, and I just had the book, and I just opened it up, and I was like, okay, let's go. And it took me like half an hour or 45 minutes to read a single page. I was just sitting there with my phone, with my dictionary, and I was like, what does this mean? And then I would like put it all in. I'd be like every single word on the page. Usually I didn't know like 80% of the words. I just didn't know them. And I would look up every single one. And I would like tirelessly do that. I would do like every day. I would be sitting there just like trying to work my way through. And I got better and better and better. And then eventually, you know, you can just read like 10 pages a day. Then you read like 20. And then it gets faster and faster. Yotsubato is really easy for beginners. Yeah, I think Yotsubato is pretty good for beginners. The issue with moving to manga like later is people can be like a bit, you know, it's a bit of an awakening moment. It's like you come from doing like a textbook like Genki, and then suddenly you try and read manga and you're like, oh no, this is different. But if you like jump right into that from the start, and maybe you're also already kind of used to the way stuff is done with like watching anime maybe, then maybe it's more comfortable. Oh no, no must form. Yeah, basically. Who's That bright idea was to spell Q that way, yeah. Still haven't bought any manga from because every time I get to shipping details, I chicken out. Aw. Don't chicken out. You need to just do it. Do it. To me, like 11 months, I was able to like get some decent vocab, a little grammar, mainly watching Japanese streams, talking to Japanese, not voice. Probably made me get used to it. Maybe, yeah. Again, it's about what you want to achieve. Yotsubato. Yotsubato is just the name of the series. Yotsuba is the name of the main character. Reminds me of when I translated someone's fan-made manga a few weeks ago. I'll never forget that orewa or omae wa are ever again. Yeah, well, there you go. You learn the things you do. Yotsuba is so good. Yotsuba is cute. I have Yotsuba emotes. Here, wait. But you can only get them if you cheer, ironically. Here, you want to see what you want to... The last one, okay? For the cheap price of $100, you too can have the third Yotsuba emote. Because Twitch, I guess. But yeah. I'm not kidding, by the way. The last emote you only unlock after like 10,000 bits, so there you go. I guess it's $100. It's $100 worth of emote. But it's cumulative, so you know, great deal. It's awesome. It's really a great deal, that. I'm getting there slowly. Yes, true. Pinch is getting there. Pinch, you were already like... Well, you're 1/10 of the way to the first one, actually. So if you do like one... We can do a calculation, right? 1 bit every stream. I stream 3 times a week. That's 3 bits a week. That's 12 bits a month. That's 12 times 12. That's 144 bits a year. That means you will take a little bit less than like... Boost everyone's motivation. Hell yeah. You'll take like less than 5 or 6 years maybe to get there to the first one. That's true. Sometimes you do more. This goes out to all the people struggling to learn. Yes.
Never give up!
Never give up! Alright, and with that, we should probably get back to the game. もう少し頑張ってみるわ. Yes. 怖いよ。怖くないよ。It's not scary. He just wants us to never give up. 松岡修造がなぜしじみを取っているのか今でもわからない。しじみを取っている ?What's that? 彼はテニスプレイヤーだ。あ、テニス、wait, テニ、isn't that テニスですよね。変換ミス。テニスプレイヤー。テニスプレイヤーを持っている。What's しじみを持つしじみを取る I don't know what しじみを取る means. 頑張ります。はい。Basket clam. Why is he farming for clams? Yeah, well, no one really knows. No one knows why Matsuoka Shuzo is farming for clams. I mean, Japanese is my only passion. So I'm doing my best to actually learn 200 words. 500 to 1,000. Yeah. So that's up to you. I keep not criticizing. I keep saying, like, you know, like people do like hours and hours of Anki per day. It's like, that's fine. You could do that. I would just be bored. I just like reading or having fun, like, with playing a game more. So I just what I do. But it's not like it's a bad way of learning vocab. It's probably the best way of learning just vocab. But also, I would say, like, just maybe reading a book is maybe more fun. That's why I do it. Like, but it's at the end of the day, you know, you just do what you want to do. As long as it propels you forward, it's good enough. Oi, oi, 全然大丈夫やなさそうやないか. You don't seem fine at all. でも、こんなに痛そうなに泣かないなんてすごいね、君. But even though it looks like so painful and you don't cry, you're pretty amazing, aren't you? I prefer practical exercises to learn. Motivation! More motivation for everyone! Some way of people to just spend all their points. My Anki do 5 new entries. I just don't do Anki as much because I'm worried about how much is too much for one session. Yeah. マイナス10度のところだから。Ah, there he says it. しじみを取るって頑張ってるの。So, about like how much Anki is too much, I think that you can just tell, right? Like, you can kind of tell when you're reaching your limit. And that has like certain things is like, 1, are you feeling too exhausted to keep going, right? That's a clear indication. Number 2, are you seeing yourself having to review the same things over and over, right? Like, are you struggling with retention? If so, then tune down the amount of reviews. Number 3, are you just feeling like it's too much, right? It's like there's pretty clear signs when you're overdoing it with Anki. So yeah. もう燃えてきたぞ! そうね、今日も頑張って頑張ります. So yeah, you can usually kind of tell what your limits are, and I would just say do as much as you feel comfortable with. 応援ソングみたいなね。男はこんなことで泣いちゃダメって父ちゃんと約束したんだ。I promised my dad that a man, like if I'm gonna be a man, I'm not gonna cry because of something like this. Hey, hey, hey. へえ、お父さんと約束を守るためか。Oh, so it's to protect your promise with your dad, huh? 俺は感謝しとる場合ちゃうで。この坊主、我慢の心の持ち主や。Oliver, I don't think this is the time to be kanshin. Sorry, not kansha. Kanshin. Kanshin actually means to be impressed. Oliver, this isn't the time to be impressed, you know? This kid has actually like a heart of like restraint or like self-control. But taking off that, got a great math. Alright, good luck with math, Hotame. Take care. What about crying being not for men? That's some toxic masculinity right there. あ、本当だ。ねえ、君、僕たちに協力してくれないかな? Could you help us out with something? 頑張れ。リンク貼るとまずくないよ。いいぞ。いいよ、別に。協力別にいいけど何をすればいいの? What should I do? What do I need help with? 何? An error occurred. What's this? Okay, well let's see. Oh, I've seen this. これ見たことある。これはね、ハイガイさんのチャンネルで見た。いやーできる。これもなんかサウンドボードにそのついた方がいいかな。太陽だから。松岡さんありがとう。ハイガイ大好き。うん。Alright, that's quite enough though. Yeah, this Matsuoka Shuza has only good things. He is the positivity that we need. Hey kid, give me your heart. Yes, gimme. あのね、君の我慢の心を分けてほしいんだ。I would like for you to share your heart of restraint with us. 我慢の心よくわからないけど、なんだか面白そう。面白そうだね。いいよ。I don't really know what that means, but it sounds fun. Sure. This song. Yeah, it's a good song. できる、君ならできる。ありがとう、助かるよ。Thank you. That really saves us. 有毒な男性性。Toxic masculinity. 男性性。Okay. Is 男性性。男性性。Is that actually masculinity, or is that like, it sounds like somewhere in between could actually be a thing and is made up. Heart piece. Whoosh. Dansese. There you go, masculinity. Yeah. I wasn't sure. It was like, that could be a thing. It's a bit weird that it's like repeated like that, but it does make sense. あれ、少しだけ痛くなくなったかも。少しだけ痛くなくなったかも。痛くなく。それになんだかほわっと気持ちいいや。And I feel all like relieved. 男らしさだね。うん。有毒 toxic. And like, I feel kind of relieved. Yeah, I already said that. よし、その優しさ違う。我慢の心を、その、買い物マニアの姉さんに渡しておこう。What's that? That's like 熱血感？熱血男？よし、ハートキュア。Like a passionate man. 男違う。Oh no. What is he saying? あら、私、どうしたのかしら？なんでこんなに買ってるの？What happened to me? Why did I buy so much stuff? Yeah, well. よかった。目が覚めたみたいですね。ああ、thank God. It seems like you've come to your senses. もしかしてあなたたちが買い物を止めてくれたの? Did you stop me from buying more stuff? Imagine like we took quite long. 買い物依存症. Is that, yeah, it's like addiction to being like a shopping addict basically. Like a shopping addict. もしかしてあなたたちが買い物を止めてくれたの? Did you guys stop me from buying stuff? まあそうや。この大妖精の雫様が止めてやったんだ。止めてやったんや。She probably owns the store at this point. Yeah, true. We talked a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, that's right. This great fairy Shizuku stopped it for you. もう雫ったら調子に乗っちゃダメよ。もう雫 you shouldn't get all like overconfident. You shouldn't get all like caught up in the flow. これ以上お買い物を続けてたら本当にお金がなくなるところだったわ。これはお礼よ。受け取ってね。If I had done any more shopping than this, I would have really run out of money. See, English grammar is difficult. I would have run out of money. Take this as a thanks. Yay! We have some pistachio ice. Plum plum plum. 今はね、そのメインクエストを続きましょう。I was actually, just now, I was trying to run with B because I've been playing so much Dark Souls recently. Jesus. 買い物中毒. I mean, that's probably the thing too, right? They actually don't have a credit card. Wow, imagine. Imagine that credit card would be overused. おい、ちょっと待ったんかい? 今、さらーっと船に乗ろうとしたやろ. Wait a second. Just now, you were just trying to get on this ship without thinking at all. 大した準備もせんと船に乗るってどういうことやねん? Without even preparing at all and getting on the boat, what do you plan to do? Like, what's your plan, huh? 自分、海の甘く見てないか? Don't you think you're underestimating the sea? 甘く見て can like 甘い can mean sweet, but 甘く見る can also mean like to look at it in a naive way, right? Because 甘い can also mean that you're naive. And naive is a great word because it contains the word Eve, so yeah. This game doesn't even look like Dark Souls at all. No, but the controller that I'm using is the same, so muscle memory just kicks in. It's like when I was trying to play, to underrate Amakumiru. Yeah, sometimes it's underrate, but it depends on underrate can also mean that, like, you're underrating the sea basically means that you aren't as impressed as you should be. So it's like, aren't you underrating the sea? It would be like if Oliver was like, nah, I don't think the sea is all that great. And then Shizuka's like, aren't you underrating it a bit? It's like when your opinion is kind of low, but to underestimate would be good. Like, aren't you underestimating the thing? Underestimating would be more like you are not fully prepared, right? You're amaku mite itai me ni au, so ne. Underestimating would probably be a better word to use. So like underestimating would be like you think that it's not a big, you think it's not going to be a problem, but maybe you're underestimating it. 自分、海を甘く見てないか? だいたい海の魔物は強いもんやってちょっと考えたらわかるやん. So, aren't you underestimating the sea a little bit, huh? In the first place, like if you think about it, the monsters at sea are pretty strong. If you just think about it, you'll understand that the monsters you meet at sea are pretty strong. Yeah, so either we actually talked about this. Yeah, for some reason underestimating is taken to mean underestimating its power. Yeah, you underestimate my power. I have the high ground. And other Star Wars quotes. So yeah, if you think about it, you will see like, if you think about it, you should understand that the monsters at sea are pretty strong. By the way, that ao either that you looked up, that's to meet, but usually to meet under, yeah, 遭遇する. Yeah, 遭遇する means to like encounter, basically. So often ao can mean to like meet under like random or unfortunate circumstances. It kind of depends, which is also itai me ni au, basically is like, yeah, to have a bad time. But it's similar in meaning to just do normal ao to meet. So yeah. Oh man, that's a sound effect I need. I don't know if any of you have seen, what was it? 12秒でも恋がしたい was it? Or something? Like Rika in there has this great sound that she makes when she gets hit. She's like, oh! I want that as a sound effect. そうなの? Is that right? いい説明してくれてありがとう。いや、いつでも。未知との偶然。Yeah, an encounter with the unknown. なんか宇宙人でも出てくるような。まあそうや。だから、ちゃんと準備してから、防具帝国を目指そうっていうことや。Yes, well, 偶然、遭遇。What did I say? 偶然 I think, anyways, 遭遇。現代なんだっけ現代まあ、そうや。だから、ちゃんと準備してから防具帝国を目指そうっていうことや。Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Wow. A movie. Ah, okay. スピルバーグの映画。Oh, okay. That's the translation of it? Cool. かっこいいわよ。So yeah, we should prepare properly before we head for the Borg Empire. わかった。Yeah, I got it. Ha! I'm prepared. I don't care. I don't care about y'all preparations. About y'all's preparations. I'm always prepared. I was born prepared. Oh, you're late. Yes. Yeah, stuff happened. We're ready. We're gonna leave. Yes, Captain. Raise the anchor. I didn't know Ikari was an anchor. Finally going back to sea. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be like good practice, or ude ga naruze, I think. Probably. Let's look it up actually. Ude ga naruze. Before what? Before the what empire? The Borg Empire. We're going full Star Trek on them. Ude ga naru. Ude ga naru. Or itching to put one's skills to use. Cool. Ude ga naru. Like your arms are ringing. Ude ga naruze. So you're itching to put your skills to use. Wow. That's quite amazing. We're moving. That's exciting. Seems like a pain. 腕によりをかける。ほう、腕によりをかける。ちょっと。腕により。は。腕によりをかける。To put all one's skills into doing something. To do something to the best of one's abilities. かっこいいな。Does the ship have a name? Not that I know of. I mean, it probably does, but I don't know the name. It most likely does. Oh, the White Sea is waiting for us. Raise the sail. Is it raise? Open the sail? What do you say? Skill? Yeah, like put all one's ability into a thing, right? 一生懸命. Yeah, basically. Kind of like that. I feel like with ude no yori o kakeru, ude ni yori o kakeru means like you're actually like good at something and you're using all of that talent for something. Like you're going all out. Ooh. Lord Jabo. Tekozutte. Tekozuru is like to be stuck with stuff. Wait. I know what tekozuru is, but I kind of forgot. It's like, I think it means like you're stuck, like things are delayed. Tekozuru. Tekozuru. To have much trouble, yeah. この料理はお母さんが腕によりをかけて作ったのよ。みたいに使うね。Okay, so, like this food, my mother put all of her cooking skill into making this food, basically. Yeah, tekozuru is to have a hard time, to have trouble, to not know how to handle. Yeah, so basically they're like saying like, man, you're struggling, aren't you? Like, this is not how it's supposed to go. あれだけ大見えを切っておいて。あれだけ大見えを切っておいて。I don't know this one. This is another one that I'm not sure. 大見え。Dramatic pose, grand gesture. To declare impressively. Okay. So basically they're saying like, oh, well, you're struggling quite a lot after like declaring you take care of it. So like, so grandiosely, basically, like, so in this a grandiose fashion, basically. Like that, eh? So, first the volcano and then the nightmare. Did you think that they would be defeated by something like that? Kids game, by the way. As shikosha, as a servant, I think. Don't you think you're going a bit easy on them as a servant? Yes. Have you not? I hope you have not forgotten about your shime, your calling, like your destiny, like your calling, basically. And as such, Jabo, Lord Jabo, or Mr. Jabo, Jabo Dono, kids game, by the way. Egyptian like clothes. Oh, interesting. Kabuki. Kabuki. They have like weird clothes. Do you have plans for moving on? Next time, I will attend to things myself. Well, it had to happen one day. Don't you think it's quite late, actually? He's the judge. Seish Kuni, Seish Kuni. Everyone, please quiet down. Well done, Jabo. Who's she, actually? I'll give you a new power. A magic power called Storm. It is an honor. Next time I'll get them for sure. Shikosha is like servant or something, like executioner. But not like executing people, more like executing a plan, I think. Putting a plan into action. So yeah, she was like, I expect great things of you. Ounabara e shukou da. Otto. Otto. Fune no atsukai wa wakaru ka? So we're moving out to sea. Oh, do you know how to steer a ship? Why do I have to? Aren't you the captain? Omae ga senchou daro? Nani? Fudan to onaji da. Well, it's the same as usual. L で移動、R で視点も動かせる. So you move with L and you can look around with R. ちょっと癖はあるがすぐに慣れるさ. It has its peculiarities, but you'll get used to it. 船から降りたいときは砂浜に近づくといい。栄養を押せば船から降りることができるぞ。できるぜ。If you want to get off the ship, just get close to a beach and then press A and then you can leave. You can get off the ship. 船に乗りたいときは船に近づいて栄養をしてくれ。いつでも乗せてやるからな。If you want to get on the ship, just come close to it and press A. You can get on it anytime. 目指すは遥か北東。防具帝国のあるレカ大陸だ。What we're looking for is like far away in the northeast. The Reka continent where the Borg Empire is. The frickin' Borg, dude, I can't get over it. だが、海は広い。そんな時のためのワールドマップだ。But the sea is vast. For that purpose, you have the world map. 船に乗っている時は RB を押せば見られるぞ。You can see it while you're on the ship with RB. 乗っていない時なら RB でエリアマップを開いた後に Y を押せばいい。If you're not on a ship, you can just press RB and then press Y to see it. このワールドマップさえありや、お前さんでも迷うことはないはずだぜ。活用してくれ。With this world map, surely even you won't get lost. Make good use of it. Yes, I will. ワールドマップを使えるようになった。すごいすごい。Wow, wow. Okay, so, 北東って、その北はあっちで、東はこっちだ。You will be assimilated. Hell yeah, I love being assimilated. I'm an assimilator. I'm a simulator. They will be simulated. Sorry, I'll stop now. ちょっと It's like bouncing. The ship is bouncing. Also, what are these wheels actually like? What do these wheels use to be powered? Is this like is it magic powered? Is it coal powered? Is it steam powered? Like what? How does this work? こっちじゃないや. You're not sorry, don't lie. I'm always sorry. I'm basically the Canadian among Swiss people. Or something like that. What's this? Ooh. Kaibutsu. Magic powered, of course. The magic of friendship. あら、そのまんまじゃ。パパパー。パパラパー。ふわふわそう、手に入れた。What power rotated hubs, I wonder? Yeah, I don't know. どうでしょう。多分魔法の力で。魔法の、なんやらの魔法の力で動いているでしょ。I like the sea music. This is some powerful music. I feel empowered. There's a bunch of imagined slaves under deck. No! Ah! Damn it! なんやなんや何これわ、lag. いってるかあやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだやだ Okay. Beat him up! How much health do they have? It's not too bad. The Babylonian ship, where do they run? True. Okay, I'm just gonna keep fighting. Grab the stuff, thanks. Healing, yes. I feel like we're fine. Kawaii. So ne. Bam! Dude, I'm messing them up. (何でしたっけ?東西南北は海外だと北南東西だっけ? Well, it would be like I don't know. 東西南北 I mean, usually listen, I don't really know. I always just 東西南北 Oh, hey Colt. 東西南北 I usually just go clockwise. I just go like north, east, south, west. That's just how I go. I just go like clockwise. I don't know. I don't think there is an order to it, to be honest. 別に順なんてまあ個人的にはね順なんて気にしてないことだからね Never eat soggy wheat bix, whatever that means. I mean, yeah, north, east, south, west. Like, I feel most people in the west, they go clockwise, probably. But yeah. I guess like 東西南北 東西南北 would be like 東西南北どうしてなんかこうめちゃくちゃな順でなんかこう十字路を描くような動き It's like making a cross なぜだろうなぜだろうCool! Nah, it's never eat shredded wheat. Cool. Wheat bix sucks. I don't know what that is. What's that then, eh? Maybe because east and west is the main divide in the main island of Japan? Maybe. Maybe. 右巻きは正義だ。右巻き Boat time. It is boat time. Hey Brownie, how are you doing? こんばんは、日本語ですみません。いや、全然謝ることなんてないですよ。いつでも日本語でいいです。Wow, you just super crashed into those rocks. No, I didn't. My ship is fine. Means conservative in Japanese. Oh, okay. Ah! 左回り I can remember. No, I think you're right. I just didn't know the word. 魔物からやだやだやだ。Oh, sheesh. いや、みんな死んでる。これは意外とやばいかも。ちょっと待って。魔法、ヒール。みんな死なないでくれ。容疑者は話していないやつがここにいます。いいよ、別に。気にすることなんてないよ。タイトルもちゃんとこう、日本語と英語も両方載っているから。I'm good. Ate too much. My stomach kind of hurts. When another stream was playing Pokemon the first time playing along. Ooh, how are you? I'm doing well. Ooh, you're playing Pokemon. Wait, I died. Ooh, I died. 死んだ。一瞬こう木がね、そのなんだっけ、木が引いて。Oops, I caused the game. That's okay. It's kind of my fault. It's kind of my fault, to be honest. I was taking it too light. 500? やだよ。そんなの。瞬殺。Hey, Ate. Ate. How are you doing? No. もう戦いたくはない。もう戦うわ。違う。よかった。元気ですよ。How was your stream? I saw you were streaming some like VR chat again. You've been back to VR chat. Oh, we can see it now, the Reka continent. We'll be able to meet with the next stage pretty soon. Shut up, Chabo. No one cares. Go away. Ooh, draw kanji. Oh, good job coming this far. Which one, Ponta? Ponta-san, どの字を、書いていいですか? What kanji do you want me to draw? Well then, I'll show you. Yahoo. What's with this guy? Isn't that... It's Jabo, the Mage of Darkness. Zurui. Dang, can't believe you're already at the final boss of the game. True! Alright, come at me. そうね、日本人のふりをした。で、ちゃんと人を騙される、あ、ちょっと、守れ。騙すことができたんですか? Nice! See that? We're doing well here. Ooh, wait, where's these? No! Give me that health. 鹿って書いてほしいですね。これ鹿ですね。はい。ちょっと書いてみましょう。Sick 守れ skills. Thanks. I'm a bit of a pro myself. 我ながらプロゲーマーでございます。鹿なら、あ、違う。なんか、血が汚いな。こういう感じで、right. And then it was like, これならどうでしょう。まあ悪くはない。It's not bad. Buck, deer. Yeah. 鹿、deer. 鹿 or wasn't also か right? バカのか。ありがとうございます。いや、どういたしまして。それ、そして、なんかこう、上に、何でしたっけ? 上にその変なやつを乗せることで、綺麗の例でしょ? I think? Something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. あ、合ってますね。はい。There. See? If you put the weird ones on, you get the 例 from 綺麗. It's basically just the deer with some decorations on top of it. 鹿は、isn't that 尿? Or something like that? Oops. 鹿島? おなら. Alright. へ、おなら. おならごろ I cannot write 例. Well, there you go. Now you know how I showed you. 今ならできる。できる、できる、君ならできる。めっちゃ上手。いや、そんなことないよ。同じ。鹿って、sick 守り skills. Me too. Well, there you go. It looks like おなら. Yeah, it's kind of similar, right? おなら。あ、どうして？いや、違う。あ、何が起こってる？ What's happening here? なんかやばいことになっちゃってる。ヒール。ちょっとね、今は多分ボス戦に集中した方が。あ、違う。ちょっと、サルマゲドンを使った方が。戦え！ 12のダメージしか。あ、ためろじゃなくて。Wait. あはは。Did you see that? That was pretty good. I like dodged that. As first stroke horizontal, and the second one is oblique. The first, he has its first stroke horizontal. Oh, okay, yeah, that may be true. I don't know what oblique means. Doesn't oblique mean that you can't see it? I don't know what oblique actually means. I know the word, but I don't actually know what it means. I just realized that. Item. Damn it! This fight is too difficult. イブシも修造にはまってしまった。そうね。まあ、はまりやすいね、修造さんは。Damn it! I have used French. No, it's definitely an English word, but I just don't know what it means. I don't think it's very diagonal. No, it's English. Okay. It means diagonal. So I think diagonal is like way more common though. Oh, damn it. I keep like Naname, yeah. It's like... It's kinda angle, okay. No, I wanted to protect. I protect. I'm gonna die. This fight is way too difficult. We're not gonna make it. ダメだよこれ。全然できないや。全然ダメでしょこれ。倒せないよ。I mean, even if I perfectly block everything, this is no good. 負けイベントかな？かも？すごいよあいつ。全然勝ち目がない。Also, Sarumageddon doesn't have a protect action. You can actually dodge stuff just by switching characters clearly enough. We're ready though. True. I am ready. What is he aiming at? 何狙ったの？なんかマナがいっぱいあるから。その魔法を使った方がいいかも。諦めんなよ。まあ諦める予定なんてないんだから。Drippy maybe? I can't use Shizuku. Shizuku isn't actually like a character that you can use. Full of wow. That's amazing. I don't even have mods in chat right now. Oh look, this one! Alright, nice. I'm going peace. Yeah, take care. What's this? Oh, cool. That's a new feature. I didn't know that one. I just found a new feature thanks to this user. Interesting. Who hurt him? I don't know. Probably a lot of people. I just found out that in OBS, if you like right click a name, there's like a thing now where you can like ban someone for days or you can like select. There's like a curve. It's crazy. You can be like, you know, you can like, I don't know, you can like, there's like, it's so hard to explain. Like, there's like a thing, you can slide it and it says like, oh, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hour, days, many days. It's pretty cool. And then you could like ban, purge, delete. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know about that. これは初めて見た。いや、まあ別に、その、面白いことなんて、なんていうか、面白いっていうか、その別に、なんつうか、その別に聞かなくてもいいっていうことばっか言って、まあならどうせこうバカなことしか言わない人は、まあバンしても損はないねっていう感じで。I was gonna say how much, but I wasn't sure if swearing is allowed. I don't know what, oh, you mean hose? I don't know if that counts as bad. Right inside OBS? Yeah, there's like a slidey thing. Swearing? Hose mad? Yeah, listen, people be mad. When you fail at 6. Maybe, I barely failed the JLPT and that's why. Okay, now what do I do? Who's gonna do it first? Fire nani? Firestorm. Wow, Firestorm. Konbanwa. Hey, hi, how are you doing? Big magic, yeah. I feel like he's not even aiming at me. Nani kore? What are you aiming at? Are you broken? Koreta ka? I ever used that? Well, there you go. No, not Tamero. Ouch. いた。この配信から消えうせろ。うざいわ。うざいわ。守れ。Who knows? Seems pretty broken. Well, you know. Yes, the thing came here again. Ow! No! I just want to get to it. Please. Please. Yes. Rambu. Ita. No, did he cancel it? You son of a... Now this is... now he truly is worthy of the word ho. What a little piece of... It's actually the final boss, by the way. I mean, I guess, right? I don't think he's gonna hit me. Abarero! これ無理ゲーじゃないですかね。ナイスって。手こずってもらおう。How's the stream going? Pretty well. I'm about to beat the final boss, so you know, watch me. Watch me do it. I'll do it. I'm just gonna do this until the thing... No, it's not the final boss, by the way. I'm pretty sure it isn't. バントシ、あ、フォローありがとうございます。レッシュさん。sorry, now that we're paused, actually, I get to chance. あれでも、ちゃんとバンしなきゃダメやで。せやな。そこにも出てきちゃうかも。どうすれば？多分メズバーの方が。守れ。Nice. Today everything is kinda
Nice.
damn it. Good one, Oliver. Wow. Oh, and thanks for the follow, Caladon. Welcome. フォローありがとうございます。今はね、ちょっとボス戦に集中して、多分、あまり、チャットに集中する暇なんて、そんなにないかも。でも、頑張ります。とりあえず頑張ります。supposed to die。売り言葉に買い言葉。ふえ。行くぞって。That was pretty sweet timing. But I'm still gonna die. でも死ぬ。相手は死ぬ。Look, Shizuku's still cheering on you. True. He's like he's the Matsuoka Shuzo of this party. For real though. And he also makes the nice noises all the time. いやなんかダメでしょ？闇の烈風。あ、烈風ってやつはこれですね。なんつうか。無限の炎？あ、無限じゃなくて。ダメでした。勝てないよ。What a friend. あでは乱暴になっちゃったからな。全滅してしまった。へえ。うるせえ。続きから頑張る。うるせえって、もう、犬まで。GF。いや。これはいけないな。これはダメかも。レベル上がないといや、つまんない。ワンワンってな。マジ？ Have you played Ace Attorney? Just got it from Steam sale. Wondering if Japanese level will be too high. I have! Yeah, check the VODs. I play Ace Attorney every Sunday, actually. Every single Sunday. We also have YouTube videos. You can also you can catch up on it on YouTube if you want. Here's the YouTube channel. It's a huge playlist. Literal dozens of hours, if you're interested. いや、マジ、レベルアップしかないかな。やりたくない。Oh wow, I didn't actually know this happens. How did you get past this, Wasif? How did you do it? Oh wow, didn't know that, sorry. No, you don't have to apologize. I understand that, like, not everyone just checks the vaults every time they come to a channel. That makes total sense to me. いや、死ぬ！何これやばい？やばくね？ちょっと待って。いや、ちょっと待ってよ。ちょっと。sick 守れ skills. Really? But that's boring. へえ。本当にそれしかないの？ To catch up on those bots. Yeah, well, there's a lot. I still need to catch up on actually uploading them. これ無理ゲーじゃん。無理ゲー。Merging successfully. Did you really, this is true, did you really like spend time leveling? てか、雑魚が強い。そうや。そうよ。夜の怪物。硬そうだけどね。あ、確か今夜だからね。何？いや、まあいいけど。死んだ。ゴロゴロさん is chock full of chocolate. Oh, I don't want to have to grind though. It's boring. Should I do it off screen maybe? Or maybe we'll just do like Zatsudan while I do it. But I find it a bit boring. I'm not all that interested. 続きから。やばいよ。この後、ゴールドは多分1個しか、まあ、1ゴールドしか残らない状態になるかも。To be honest, the fighting is like my least favorite part of this game. If they just take it out, I guess, then it would be a visual novel. I did use a ton of items in the fight though. I don't have any items. I have like nothing. I just want the dialogue. I'm just here for the dialogue. I'm not really here for the fight, to be honest. There's a lot of island stuff you can explore, but there wouldn't be much to talk about. True! Well, we can just do Zatsudan. I don't really mind. 日頃のやつは その比べ物にならないほど雑魚だ。We'll just do some exploring, I guess. Level up a bit. So, what's the number one annoying thing you had to do this week, everyone? Tell me about it. Maybe we should get some more emergence too. Chiki chiki chiki. Yosh, ganbaro. Ike, Mesba. Mess him up. Bimbo no michi ni mukou ze. Bimbo no michi? The way of the poor. I don't know where that way is. I'm having the first world problems motivating myself to clean my room. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's one, isn't it? That's one of those famous ones. But, yeah. Change the game difficulty settings. No! We're not doing that. Get motivated to start writing bachelor's thesis. Ooh! That's a big one. That's a big one. We're not changing difficulties. Changing difficulties, that's a move that we're not gonna do. Muichimon? Eh? I don't know what that means. Coding HTML and CSS even though I hate it. Actually, for the first time I've been motivated to learn about HTML and CSS just to make a game grammar website. It doesn't seem to be too bad. 何回死にました？ここで何回？いや、2回だけ。ここまでは、今までは2回だけだけど、多分、ちょっと待って。そうだよね。なんかこう、カニがね、これカニじゃない。This is not a friend. Wasn't there... I wasn't a fan. I think it's kind of boring for the most part. It's like, can't like an editor do this for me? 死にまくった。違うよ、2回だけって。そんなに死んでないよまだ。この島もちょっと探索してみましょう。ダメ。I'm just a C sharp boy. I've been doing mostly Python. I should go back into doing some C++ though for my exams. Haha. Ha! Hoo! Ha! I've been watching I'm watching Black Clover with my girlfriend, and there's like a character that keeps saying "hoo ha." It's pretty good. It's a pretty good sound to make, I think. Yappe. Sometimes I just don't feel like paying attention, to be honest. I hate Hoo Ha Man in Black Clover. Bro, he's great. I don't know. I like him. He's funny. I like it. The longer the more, it's like the stages. It's like the Family Guy effect, where it's like it's funny, then it's not funny, and then it gets funny again because it's still like it's so annoying. Hoo ha ha hoo. It's so stupid, and it has like different versions. Like sometimes hoo ha is an adjective, but sometimes it's a verb, but sometimes it's also a noun. You never know. Comes in all forms, like those birds and A's. Basically, yeah. The birds. I still need to make like a sound effect out of that. Toriga, toriga, yeah. The thing about like CSS stuff is you can get things to look nice, and then you're like, oh, but what happens if someone's on mobile? And then you start hating your existence. And then you could say like, oh, maybe you should start developing stuff mobile first, but that would make you an evil person, so, you know. Come here. Koya. Kagatte koya. Teki wa soitsu janai. Kagatte koya. Teki wa jibun no... Nan desu ka? Jibun no nan toka. The ace birds. Tamero! Okay, those filthy mobile casuals, yeah. Indeed. But the thing is, you try it out and you're like, it looks bad. And then you don't want it to look bad. Yeah, Nakamura Emi. I like Nakamura Emi, she has good songs. 大したことねえな。そうね。ボッセンと違う。ボッセンと違って、これはね、本当に大したことないよ。だけど、メガロボックスは面白かった。そうね。結構いいアニメでした。 好きだったよな。I had to do a mobile app for an assignment once and I remember nothing about it. That's how it goes. It do be like that. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Shinu. Ah, その魔法全然ダメだな。全然ろくな魔法じゃねえな。Don't die, everyone! 死なないでよ、みんな。もう何してんだ。もうなんでこう、みんなが雑魚で使えないやつで。Like to me after I'm done with this assignment. There you go. It's like, I'll remember none of this. Also, for my dear subscribers, I don't know if you saw, it's on the... Oh, by the way, hey! Might as well use this chance for some self-advertisement. Did you know that we have a Discord server that you can join? I encourage you. It's cool. It's good stuff. Anyways, for the people that are subscribed, I don't know if you saw, but I finally finished the next subscriber document for the TE forum. I hope you liked it if you checked it out already. If there's any mistakes, as always, let me know. I'll correct them. Also, I finally did the move and I switched to using Word, even though I hate Word, because everyone who's used Word for more than an hour knows that it's bad and that it should burn in hell. But I switched to using Word for multiple reasons. I was using Google Docs, which is great. It's good to collaborate and to share. It makes it everything easy. It's free. It's cool. But it has limitations. First of all, Google Docs doesn't have any native support for SVGs, okay? So all the illustrations that I created for the documents... Notepad+, what did you use before? No, I used Google Docs. Dude, I would use LaTeX if I could, but it's not very suited for that kind of stuff. Microsoft, not free. Yeah, I mean, I have an Office subscription anyways. It's not like it matters. I use it for OneDrive as well. But... Oh, これ、ゲットしようか. Right, so, like, I would use LaTeX, to be honest, because I really like LaTeX. Frick. キャラ育てながら、チャットを日本語で、流そうぜ。いや、まあ別にいいんだけど。Ooh, look. Damn it. Anyways, but it's not really suited for that kind of stuff I do. But all the illustrations... all the illustrations that I do for the documents, I do in Illustrator, so they're already vector-based, which is good. That means I can export them as SVGs, which is a vector-based file format. What that means is, once I put it as a PDF, which is also a vector-based file format, theoretically, you could just zoom into all the graphics and they would never be pixelated, which is great. Now, Google Docs, for some reason, doesn't have support for SVGs. I don't know why, they just don't. They should, but they don't. Word actually does. You can just drag in an SVG, it works perfectly fine. So that's another thing. So now, with the new one, we can just have the SVGs, we have the nice graphics, and you can zoom in and they don't get pixelated and none of the sort, okay? So, pretty good. And the other thing is, Microsoft Word actually has native support for furigana, like you can put Ruby emoji, and you can edit them and everything, so that's good too. So yeah, those two things have made me change my mind and actually use Word over Google Docs. Honestly, I was mainly using Google Docs because it's so lightweight. It's like really simple. It doesn't have any stuff that I don't need, you know what I mean? Like, it's just super lightweight. Okay, 今回ならゲットしようぜ。マルやってくれや、マル。よし。仲間、レイジャリーと。Okay, leisurely, right? Like that. All right, cool. Hi, desu ne. If you use Word for a longer period of time, you'll miss functions though. But maybe that's only me. If you don't use Word, you mean? Like, if you use Word and then you don't, you'll miss some functions, you mean? Maybe. I don't know. I have used LaTeX a lot for making, like, stuff for uni. I can show you something later, maybe, once we're done with Kuni. Ranger, not Rage. Okay, Ranger. No, I mean downloaded versions versus the online free one. Oh, that. Yeah, that's probably true, right? 名前を何しようか。レイジャリー。本当の、そのイマージンの名前は確かレイジャリー。名前何にしようか。ハイさんとか。Let's call him Hai. Because you're also a founder, so there we go. I've been naming people after like founder, like subscribers, so there you go. 入力かな。あやちゃんにはこのチャットの警察かな。あやちゃん警察かもな。警察的な。まあはい。I'm just gonna do はい。よろしいね。よろしくね。はい。Sorry, I can't get over saying that word. Let me see. Wait, ちょっと待って。違う。その属性が、いや、それも違う。何でしたっけ？そのコマンド変更入れ替え。そうね。はい。Okay, so he has this. Do I have any of these types? I have this type. This one would be good with Oliver. So he is a fighter. He is this type, so he has this type, right? So we're gonna take Mesbar. We're gonna give him to you. おとぼけウッキー。そうね。はい。こいつは魚はこいつが強い方。Fairy type doesn't really seem to matter much. More fish. So fish. This is also a fish. So maybe we can give you to you instead, and then we'll take you and get you here, right? I'm doing pretty well, right? And then this one should actually, this one should be with Oliver, to be honest. But I'm not sure if I have something else to give him. We should get one of those orange ones, or like, I don't know what that is, like dark robot or whatever. I don't know. Alright, I think this configuration is maybe better. Hi, so ne. Lungs. I want to go look for a type that is like, you know, you can see like the things here. I don't know what they're called, that's the thing. Like, they don't show me the name. Like these ones, right? I want like this. I don't know what this is. It looks like a robot, and this looks like a darkness or whatever. So I want to get one of these. So we're gonna try and grab some of those, and then see how we do. Okay. I want to try and play with him and then use Mesbar here. Mesbar should have a boost now. He should do like more damage, actually. Detarame Giri! Kawaii nakama motte iru rashii ne. Rashii ne, ii ne. Ne. Sou ne. Ne. Sou desu ne. Gomen. Jakasuna! Ouch. Die. Alright, good. We're doing okay. いや、このままだと多分だけど誰かを進化しようかな。育成のメズバー、誰でしたっけ進化 OK って。これ進化 OK。桃点々OK。桃点々進化 OK ってならこいつだよね。こいつだ。はい。第2段階へ進化。そう。フラローズ。へえ。進化しため、雑魚が。ブルルルブルルルブルルル。桃点々はフラローズに進化した。コマンドスロットが1個増えた。よし。素材。へえ。Interesting. Oh! 火の玉。ジュエル。Interesting. Alright. Alright then. Alright. コマンド変更。ヘロヘロ。属性なし、対象単体。やる気を奪い取る不思議な技で敵一体の力をダウンする。いや、これは悪くはないね。ピオショックピオショックピオショックピオショックピオショック。強いショックを与えて敵一体に混乱攻撃をする。へー。This might be good. ありかも。進化 OK。こいつも進化 OK か。まあ、なら、お前も進化しようかな。っていうかできない。I can't. I don't have any moon things. さらなる？ちょっと待って。あ、違う。持ってる。ちゃんと持ってる。セバス。黒羊か。Num num num. We're evolving here. We're moving forward. Okay? This is a place of evolvement. We're doing great. Alright? Just calm down. It's gonna be good. Who liked what again? 力制度。あ、これは悪くねえな。食い上がれ。守り。Yay. Cute sound. Sound cute. Cute. Very cute. タフさ。Be tough. Do it. デバフできる仲間を持っているのは良さそうだね。確か。まあ、持たない方より全然マシ。まあ一応だと思うんだけど。Eat it. Eat it. Do it. Eat it. I dare you. Nom nom. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Alright. 愛情レベル最大20まで能力アップできるようになった。へえ。Nice. So we can now up his abilities by up to 20. Can we do a sentence dissection now or after you finish playing? Do it now. I don't care. Do it now. Anytime is fine. It's not like we're up to like something important, right? 技成長度。Alright. It's pretty good. お前なら、どうでしょう。あ、こいつはもうすぐ、愛情レベル2となるよな。技105。あ、104。104か。タフさ66。なんか、翡翠は、意外と強いじゃないちょっと待ってね。守りも全部も。力、技。お前はもうちょっと、タフさは悪くないけど、素早さ、清さ、守り、技。This one's also 技, right? The other one? Alright, we'll take a look at it. I'm just gonna finish this up. Waza Seichon. Eat it. Ikuse point plus 2. Okay. Alright. Man, I need to feed them so much stuff. Your toughness is way too low. 共有エキスペリアンスではすべてのシステムアカウントを使用して、デバイス間での操作を承認します。へえ。さっきのボス戦の攻撃痛そうだからデバフの有利かも。だよね。僕もそう思った。そう思って。OK。デバイス間。So between devices. Like the space between devices. OK。ちょっと見てみましょうね。その分。共有エクスペリエンスでは、so in the shared experience, inside the shared experience, すべてのシステムアカウントを使用して、using all the system accounts, デバイス間での操作を承認します。Like using all the system accounts, you can, you approve, shonin, yeah. We approve of, or you approve, I don't really know what the context is. You approve of sosa. Yeah, oh, you're right, sosa. Sorry, that's my fault. Of course it's sosa. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, that's my fault. That's one of the weird ones where it's like, it's sa instead of saku. Sosa. Ah, wrong sosa, damn it. Sosa. Operation management. あ、うるおいちゃん。こんにちは。二の国ですね。そうね。もうちょっと、今はね、レベルアップしなくちゃいけないことになっちゃって。なんか、ボス戦があってね。僕、いや、なんというか、即死でもないけど、全然勝ち目のない戦いで、今はちょっとレベルアップをしています。元気ですか？うるおいちゃん。うるおいちゃんさん。Yeah, sosa. So basically they're saying like approve of, like we approve of, you approve, I approve. I don't really know who's approving, but shonin shimasu means I approve, you approve, they approve. Like we approve that in the shared experience using all the system accounts, you can control stuff across devices, kind of like you acknowledge that it's a sentence from Windows settings. Ah, okay. So we approve, we acknowledge that using all the system accounts, device 間での操作を we approve of the control between I think device 間 would be like between devices, right? Like controlling across devices. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I've never set my Windows to Japanese because of stuff like that. 元気ですよ。今日も可愛くて美しい音楽の世界だ。楽しませていただきます。あ、そうか? Yeah, I think so too, between devices. I think it is something like, you know, like they approve of you using all the accounts to like control stuff across devices or something. お腹いっぱいだね。サルマゲドン。お前は、なんつうか技かな。タフさ？いや違う。タフさの方が？多分タフさの方が。We've reached the boring part of the episode. As you can see. ご覧の通りでございます。あ、何 Oh my god, I fell asleep. Don't fall asleep! What are you doing? 清さ。何これ素早さ。いや、サルマゲドンはもうめちゃくちゃ速いんだから。力。パフェ美味しそう。だよな、すごく。I would love to have that right now. なるほど、ありがとうございます。You're welcome. I don't know if I helped that much. It was pretty... Not knowing what the context is a pretty confusing sentence. Alright, so let's leave it at this and I'm gonna have to level. もっともっとレベルを上がらんとな。上がんなくては。なるまい。ちょいちょい。チャラヘチャラ。ごめんね、今は多分こう、うるせえな、もう。すんなよ、こう。今は多分ね、あまり面白くもないかも。ただただ戦って、別にストーリーも、ろくな進歩もしてないね。してないしね。レイドもちさん。レイドありがとう。こんにちは、皆さん。はい。Hello, Juke. Hey, and your haunted mochi. Hello, thanks for the raid. How you doing? こんばんは。こんばんは、こんばんは。ハローハロー。んで、はい、今、二の国にしてます。そして、別に、ただただレベルアップをしてます。I'm just grinding right now. I have to like level up because I'm so underleveled. So, hello. I'm good, how are you? I'm fine. I'm doing great. I had a good week. I just got my ass handed to me by a boss. So now we're leveling. And yeah, that's basically all we're doing. How's the day going? Pretty good. Pretty good, honestly. Pretty good. レベル上げ。でも、やっぱりキャラが可愛いと私は楽しい。あ、それなら何よりです。視聴者様が 楽しめるなら、それは何よりの、なんというか、嬉しさ。回答。Hello, hello everyone. How are you doing? Oh, to Japanese, yes. What were you streaming? I think I saw you in the background, something like VR chat or something. Yes, see this? This is what I'm talking about. All the level ups. Give me them level ups. I need them. I need them bad. Where's my ship? There. Shippuden. So ne, otsukaresama. We're all Ateso as fangirls here. Yeah, Ate is too popular. I can't compete. No one can compete. He's like the Japanese Twitch ikemen. Ikete. We don't know his men. We know his hands, but we don't know anything about his head. So, ikete kana. Ikebo ikete. Iketoru. 言葉にならねえな。He is. 回答、フォローありがとうございます。Thank you for the follow. Hey, welcome. How you doing? I need to beat some butt. It's time to kick some ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum, okay? So, lean back and have some ass whooping. See, this one I don't need. ありがとう。いや、マジで。よし。よっしゃー大したことねえな。いや、これはね、確かに大したことないんだけど、さっきのボスは、比べ物にならねえほど大したことでした。んだから、今、レベル上げ。Fangirls get aroused by his ikebo. Yes. I have to use a towel. Ikebo. Yes, that's why I don't have an ASMR reward, because I know I can't compete. I know that the market is already saturated, you know? Like, sometimes you just have to know when it's enough. You have to know, you have to quit before it gets embarrassing, basically. Beat him up! Oh no. Nemuri no yuta. Neru na yo. Senpai. Sorry, senpai? Compete without this all. One day, I'm trying hard. It keeps me going, you know, it keeps me going every day. I wake up thinking that one day I could be as ikemen as Ate, but not yet. I haven't reached the heights yet, but we're doing it. One day we're doing it. いつかね、いつか。遥か遠くの、なんつうか、遥か遠くの夢みたいな。そうね。野望みたいな。What was that? Heavy bell? Or something, like a bell. We're leveling up quite well. It's going well, I have to say, but I have to heal. I'm out of mana now, but that was good. We're healed up. Heal. Steal. Papa. Mochi, are you still here? I feel like, I mean, I've seen your stream. I think maybe I even rated you once, but I haven't been hanging out on your stream much. But I think you also study Japanese, right? Is that right? I'm here. Yes. Right, I mean, you're literally like, your message is like the last one there, so... I think you study Japanese, or maybe... Yeah, there you go. How's it going? Is the study going well? I'm always curious to see. I should watch your stream more often. Ow! What the hell? Don't do that!ちょっとやばくね? I'm currently studying for 日本語能力試験1級. Oh, Senba? I was just thinking. Senba? Senuma. Nice. 1級. Let's take it together. I'll be taking N1 in December as well. Just so I can put it... Dude, everyone's dead! What happened? みんな死んでるわ。なんだ? 何やこれは。いつの間にかみんな死んでしまった。Can take it together, yes. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Together we're strong. Trying to level up my vocab. Grammar is sometimes easy, sometimes it's hard. Indeed, yes. If you know it, it's easy. If you don't, it's hard. Basically. 頑張ってください. Yeah, I think it should be fine. I should do more reading. I should do like read more news articles and stuff to prepare a little. But you know how it is. You know how it is. When laziness strikes. Jesus, these guys are strong. What is going on here? Oliver, you need to run the hell away. You need to get out of here. We need to get the Kuso out of here. No! Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, no, I'm scared. Please. Let me go. Oh, we did it, guys. I need to save. I'm dying. I'm eating. I'm not. This is not good. I need to save. There needs to be a save point somewhere. これやばい。やっべ。勝ち目ない。なにこれ。やっべ。これは危ない状況。そうね。Ah, you can save in the save menu. True. Good thing we have smart people like Johannes in chat. 仲間短いな。いや、その自分の命を守るためには仲間さえ捨てます。迷わず。まあ、死んでしまった。Are you so dead? You are so dead. I am very dead. Look, I just basically very died. Ah, these guys are crazy! 何これちょっと、これやばくねこれ、いや、やばくねちょっと待って。500ゴールドもう、なんだ I wanna save. セーブ。はい、新しいスロット。新スロット。They're so cute though. Yeah. It's like getting beat up by the Teletubbies. 全滅。いや、いかにも全滅。これは危うい状況。I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. 雑魚が強い。強すぎて。なんか魔法でも使おうかな。ファイヤーボール。やべえ。やばい。やばいやばいやばいやばい。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。デタラメ切り。セーブするのは大切なことです。そうね。セーブしなくちゃ。何にもならない。でも、やっべ。これやっべ。これやばくねいや、これやばくねちょっと待って。ちょっと待ってよ。I can't level here. Maybe later. いや、はい、逃げたいんですけど。ちょっと。逃げろー。いや、何よ。なんだ。死んでないまだ死んでないよ。まだ死ぬのは早い。うわよし。Dude, I can't. Stop. No, where do I go to level? This is bad. This is bad. This is not a good time. This is a bad time, everyone. We're having a bad time with this. It's not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. ちょっと待ってね。もう何なんだよこれ。これダメじゃない？ちょっとね。わ、広い。うわ。あ、この船を使って、そうね、最初のエリアにもう戻ることができるようになったような。へえ。あそこの島もチェックしよう。仲間を、何これI should know this, but I forgot what it means. It's like なんとかおとり、あ、そうね、おとり、decoy. I should know this because of it's one of the 物語 ones is おとり物語ですよね。I should know that, but yeah, おとりにしちゃダメでしょ。いやでもありかも。Let's save that so we remember. Hey, by the way, if you're new here and you're like, Eve, why do you save all these words into the vocab? What is it good for? Well, I'll tell you what it's good for. If you ever wanted to actually learn all the words we've actually learned during playing this game, you can just check them out right here. Click on it and chat, and you can see every single word that I've ever saved to the Ni no Kuni list. Ain't that grand? Ain't that a blast? Look at you, saving words and learning stuff. Proud of ya. Can I actually speed up, please? No? Okay, never mind. Alright, the fight. It's gonna happen. まあ、とりあえず。いや、これは死ぬよね。確実に、これは死ぬ。よね。Well, actually, I'm alive now, so maybe I'll actually not die. How about that? おとり物語。Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. Actual damage. Ooh, we can actually use this guy. Oh, we can't. Maru is dead. アニメーションでありそうな名前になってしまった。確か。海藤さんって日本人ですか？今までその日本語しか使わなくて。なんだ、気になってしまったね。Level 3000. おとり Are the words solved? Yeah, they're chronological. If you want to change the order, you can just download the TSV, throw it into Excel or whatever, Google Sheets, and change whatever you want. You can sort by alphabet or whatever. Like, yeah, if you want to. Well, basically, you can sort like in Gojuon, I would assume, right? It is good. It is good. レベルアップ、めっちゃレベル上げ。いいなぁ、もう。もっと、もっと。そうです。ああ、そうですか。はい。よろしくお願いします。海藤さんはとても優しい日本人です。そうね、僕の配信を見ている人はみんな優しいだから、それはまあ、なんていうか、当然のことです。確かに。あ、ちょっと、守れって、遅かった。I was too late. Bam, bam, beat him up, yes. 優しゅうございます。No, I don't wanna die. また死ぬの？いや、そんなの絶対許さないから。I need some motivation. Guys.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。
でも辛いよ。
どうしてそこでやめるんだ、そこで。
いや、別には。
もう少し頑張ってみろよ。
いや、頑張ってるけど。
ダメ、諦めたら。
いや、ダメみたいなんだけども。
応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろって。
分かってるって。
あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところ、しじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。
はい、頑張ります。
絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそ。
よし。
ネバギバ。
なんかこう、力がみなぎった気が。修造さん、ありがとう。魔物が、前と同じやつか。みんな死んでる？あ、違う。死んでないな。いや、まあ、確か、全滅したってことは、回復するよね。熱い、そうね。とても熱くなった。仲間の歌。I need to recruit more people. Come to my side. Let me do it next time. Yeah. Next time I want to motivate you. Yeah, do it. You just need what? 2,000 points, I think. You can get the motivation you need.サンニャー、はい、サンニャー。にゃー。かわいいな。何これ？髪の毛かな？サンニャーって、名前は何にしようかな？ You have 4.5, 4.3. Don't know what to do next. Let me do it next time. Yeah. I'll leave it to you. And I'll leave it to you. You can also wait for 10,000. Wait. Names. あ。どうでしょう？何にしようかね。Let's do Colt. Colt's also like, I'll do Colt. Coruto. I don't know if he's even here, but...違う。Coruto. Colt. He's also one of my founding subscribers, so there you go. The 9-month people, the crazy people that have been here for way too long. Toってたちたちつてとのと。いや、どこた。I'm on it. I'm dumb. There. コルト。コルツボルツ。いや、まあね。I'll call him just Colt. コルト。はい。よし。よっしゃー。ちょっとね。Okay, what type are you? Fairy type. Oh boy. No one's really good with you, you know? I keep getting these fairy types. I'm assuming it's a fairy type. But like, なんかぼーっとしてないこいつめっちゃぼーっとしてんじゃん。まあいいけど。Keep Ankiing. Good luck. うるるる。うるる。ありがとう。Hello. Hey. Wow, that's one hell of a name. IDJ versus the world. IDJ versus the world. Hello. And thank you for the follow. Follow. ありがとうございます。Welcome. While watching the stream. Thanks. Yeah. Yee. What were we up to? Okay, so this... I'm just gonna beat up some fellas. この部分は、なんちゅうか、擬態じゃない。すごい。You got it right. IDJ versus the world. Well, listen. I'm somewhat of a pro streamer myself, you see. Us professional streamers, we just, after a while, you know, you just get used to it. Wait, it's gyotai, right? Gyotai, maybe? Gitai? I forgot. Gyotai. ちゃーなかったね。どうしてこの漢字は何回見ても擬態でした。Mimicry. 擬態。Your Japanese is quite good. How long have you been learning? I've been learning for like 8 or 9 years. じゃあ私はそろそろ寝ます。はい、そうですよね。日本には今朝早くて多分寝た方がいいですね。海藤さん、フォローありがとうございます。そして見てくれてもありがとう。またね。おやすみなさい。I've only been learning for 5 months now. Oh, wow, nice. Well, if you're interested in some like learning focused content, I do streams like every Wednesday. I do streams where we go and do like actual lessons. So like actual like grammar lessons, and then afterwards we have been doing reading sessions as well. So you can find a playlist of that if you're interested. I feel like as someone who's just been learning for a few months, maybe you'll be interested in some of the information presented over there. That's awesome. I follow and be tuning in. Yee. Yeah, thanks for the follow. And also, if you have questions outside of just the stream, you can join the Discord too if you want to. And then ask there. There's also like nice people there that will help you out. Me included. Not to call myself a nice person, but yeah. ですね。おつ。はい。Mimicry, yeah. 擬態。Mimicry. Ooh, crispy pie. I got some pie. あと愛しましょう。そうですよね。Have you been to Japan? Sadly, I have not. I just never really had the time or the money to go. I'll go there one day. You know, it's never too late. またね。あ、なにこれサンバニャサバンニャなんか進化したその前と同じやつなんだけど、そのなんつうか進化した状態って感じ。まあでも楽勝だ。わ、守るのが遅かった。That was late. That was late. Okay, wait, sorry, I get distracted by an email, damn it. Emails, don't you distract me. How did you primarily learn? School or self-taught? I'm fully self-taught. I never took Japanese classes. I think, wow, Jesus. I'm dying over here. I just learned using the... Oh my, Jesus Christ. That's, yeah. That's an oof from me. I died, guys. How dare he die? No, I was mostly self-studying. I used a lot of like these ones here. I used a lot of these guides. I used a lot of these. And did like Anki for vocab and stuff. Actually, another thing is also, I'm like posting a lot of links, but here, I recently just wrote this GitHub page with a bunch of information if you want to get started learning Japanese. And well, even you've been doing it for 5 months, that's already got quite a bit of time. But maybe you'll still find like a lot of useful information there. It's just like a big write-up. It has tons of links and resources, and like it's split up into sections. So maybe that'll be useful, I don't know. I wrote it in the hopes of helping people get started. 続きか、いやまあ死ぬし、いや今死にまくってんじゃん。このエリアやばい。このエリアはやばすぎて。So far I learned both kana and I'm trying to use Anki to learn words and grammar. That's good. I think that's a good start. I think you'll do fine. この島ならねえ、この島ならどう生き残るかね。 Okay, let's try here, okay? I'm trying to like move around, trying to find places where I won't just get immediately annihilated. 全滅の時が来た。痛いよ。わあ、何こいつ。敵なの？いや、敵しかないよ、このゲームには。敵なのって。He says like, oh, is that an enemy? 1のダメージしかね。いや、これはやばい。逃げる。逃げる。チャオチャオ。バイバイ。Take care. I'm gonna leave now. やばいよ。いや、マジで。マジでやべ。Why is everyone so strong? Leave me alone. I just wanna level. Stop. Stop. No. It's time to stop. 逃げよう。Everyone's so strong. What's happening? あれかまれだ。いや、マジで。これマジでやばい。ちょっと待ってよ。ちょっと。何これ everyone's like freaking gone to the gym and bulked up while I wasn't looking. みんながね、ちょっとその魔物がみんな見ないうちにいや、なんか筋トレでもしてたかも。みんなすごく強くなって。ちょっと待って、これはフェアじゃない。これはもはやクソゲーに近づいている。いや、でもクソゲーじゃない。クソなのは僕のパーティーだけ。でも男だ。ちょっと待って。アメリカ人ですか？いや、スイス人ですよ。I'm Swiss. I live in Europe. パッパッパーン。パラパーパッパッパー。強いやつしかないの？何？どうして？なんで？ちょっと、なんで？なんで？どうして？なんか助け舟でも？ Can someone like throw me a bone here, please? I'm just dying. I'm caught in a loop. 無限ループに閉じ込まれて。こいつらは悪くない。こいつらはやりそう。倒せそう。いや、でも死ぬ。アイテム。ちょっと。やばい。やばいよ。嘘だろって、マジで。嘘だろ？君の言う通りだよ、茶色。嘘だろこれ。いや、ちょっと待ってよ。I think maybe we should call it a day here, and I'll just spend some time leveling while I'm offline, okay? We'll just save here. 防具帝国を目指して。じゃあまだほど遠い。それはまだはるか遠くに。はるか遠くにある、なんつうか、目標。イブさん悩んでるな。そうね。一回前回回復しないと。I know a small trick. 9 out of 10 gamers hate. No, I'm not gonna lower the difficulty. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna level, okay? No. やだよ。Guys, dang, you guessed. Yes, I have the power of foresight. I was born with the third eye. I think we're gonna stop like the Ni no Kuni part here. And I'm gonna do something else. I have some stuff that I want to talk about anyway, so I'll show you some stuff, okay? ド M やな。やだよ。まあド M でもないけど、なんつうか難易度を下げるのは、なんていうか諦める同然？諦めるのと同然じゃない？なので、やりたくない。そして、ね、松岡修造さんも、一生懸命応援してたのに、今更難易度を下げるなんて、いや、悪い冗談。でも、まあ、悪い冗談くらいなもんでしょ？ Right. Yeah, we can't do that. Right? After all the cheering that Matsuoka Shuzo-san has done for us, we can't. We just can't. 戦略的撤退という言葉があるで。いや、撤退しますよ。撤退します。絶対レベル上げしますから、ちょっと勘弁してください。絶対しますからね。いやまあ、絶対しますという 絶対しますを言って、その結局何にもしませんというパターンも、もう結構ありかもね。僕的には。でも絶対します。約束しますから。I'll do it, okay? It's gonna happen. We're gonna do it. Alright, hey, the stream is gonna continue. 配信はまだ続くけど、その二の国はここまでにしましょうか。とりあえずね、そのレコーディングもここで、終了します。So I'm gonna stop 二の国 for now. We're gonna switch to like just chatting, I think. I still have some stuff I wanna show. So yeah, stick around if you want to. Anyways, thanks for watching 二の国. I'll be back in the next part.